And then we're in!
Good evening and welcome to tonight's episode of Equal Question Survive, where a bunch of guys gather responsibly on the internet to play some Dungeons & Dragons. Come on.
Gotta say, one of the great things about this is how low the bar for responsibly has dropped. Sort of, as you stay at home, you're being responsible, no matter what you're doing there.
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, based on what Connor's current expression is like, he has not been responsible all day.
No, he was. He was distancing.
Yeah,
Well,
you've got.
Oh, it's hydrating now.
Oh no, what you guys at home don't know is that is pure vodka.
You've given me away.
Leave him alone. He's had a good Liberation Day party.
I may have to join in now.
Happy Winners' Day.
Yes. We in the UK are celebrating VE Day. Various things are happening. Okay.
I've just sat out my front lawn with my neighbours, who I have never spoke to in my life. Turns out they're quite interesting people.
Yeah, it's funny, isn't
Is
it?
this including the one that your mum dobbed in for?
Yeah, he's out there too.
Okay.
He's still out there now, enjoying a nice glass of rosé.
In his car.
More importantly, not driving.
Dear. So yes, it is a lovely May Day bank holiday. I guess this is May Day bank holiday weekend. Which is weird and confusing, given that it's not.
And in about 2 weeks, we'll have another one.
Yeah,
Hopefully, we'll all be able to meet up for that one.
unlikely. I'm not counting on it.
I can dream, Luke.
You are welcome to dream, Connor, but don't put the hope out there. You know how many viewers we have. They will get false messages.
Are you saying that it could be a start of a new hope?
We have a social responsibility to make sure the information we provide is sensible.
You're about
Would you say
to
that
date.
we may
He
strike
said
back?
New Hope.
Sorry, Connor?
Would you say that we might, as a populace, strike back?
And we shall return.
And then after we've struck back, would you say that there would be the revenge of the virus?
But we have to be careful because, we can't see this disease. It's like a ghost, some kind of phantom menace.
Wow.
That's it. We might as well stop. It's not going to get any better.
That's the pinnacle.
Welcome to tonight's episode of East Dragons Survival.
No. To get the point, you have to go.
It's fine, because I can see it. And go through it frame by frame. Anyway. Hi.
You know what's really funny is about 45 minutes ago, where Jared had multiplied slightly. It was a bit of a clone war. Yeah.
Boo!
You know the rails.
Yeah.
We've never even seen the rails, have we?
Well, no, because apparently we're in spaceships and they don't have rails.
Connor, tell me, what is the Force going to awaken?
Yeah, once this water's been down.
This is the last Jedi plan that we're going to make. I've had enough.
I shall
Well
be
done.
the Rise of Skywalker.
And that is why it was the last one, because that didn't work. So, where we
Yeah,
last
it was a bit of a rogue one.
I'm going solo.
And if any of you are wondering why this is the last episode of it, because we've been taken over by Disney.
At least we made it to 69.
So, say that other movies are available, but we're not owned by the Disney Corporation.
Not for long though.
Yeah, you can marvel at those movies. Where we last left off, you guys were traveling through the elemental plane of fire and have made your way to the city of brass. Upon arrival, you explored the slave market, found a tavern, had a conversation with the slave, who then promptly vanished after you gave him some money, and you were marched through the city by some Afriti. After irritating them to a huge degree, Karatar, you ended up having a brawl with them near the barracks and watched as you destroyed 4 of them, and 2 of them ran away, to one of them to get the commandant. In the process, you got some new slaves that you were.
Whoa, they're not our slaves. The way you phrased that.
You got some slaves that you freed. Was the next 3 words out of my mouth.
I just needed to interject.
Also, new slave sounds like we already had some old slaves from before, but these are brand new ones we've just picked up.
Yeah, I mean, you guys were the slaves, technically, for about 30 seconds. But you have freed some slaves, and you have escaped to the largest marketplace, heading to meet up with an organization known as the Broken Links, where you might be able to get some shelter for the evening. Or at least, certainly not in a terrible place. Currently, you have just removed the collars from your slave friends, breaking 3 of them, I believe.
Yes, and spending a lot of spell slots to do this.
Wasting a lot of magic on getting people out of them. Maybe.
These swans don't cost anything. Just saying.
Well, doesn't hurt. But now that you have done that, what do you guys wish to do? So currently, as I bring up my map to remind me where you guys are, you are in the Periculum in City Market.
I'd like to take
the Iskalat region.
I'd like to take a moment to see if I can detect any portals nearby.
Detect portal goes up. You cannot detect any portals within a mile of you.
I will turn to the Goliath and say, before we go any further, what's your name?
Call me Groff.
Gruff.
Gruff.
Groff.
Billy Goat Gruff.
Look, Groff.
Broth.
Broth, like a delicious soup?
Does make me squish your head.
Oh, honey.
I might start using that.
These are Freed, Desire, and Justice, and Skyland, and Robin.
There's too many names. I cannot write
So
these
we're-
all down.
We're free from desire.
You freed Desire from Justice. Those are the 3 things. Freed, Desire, and Justice. Skyland is the Air Ganassi, and Robble is the Earth.
Hold on, so down. We've got Groth, we've got Skyland, we've got Justice. No, we've got
Justice, Desire, Freed, and Robble.
Free from desire.
You gotta have faith. Mm-hmm.
Go, George.
You know what? I got some of them. I'll just accept that.
We'll just call them the slaves.
The Broken Links.
The
That was there.
NPCs formerly known as slaves.
So, you are currently standing in a rotten, heat-cooked meat alley at the beginning of the big bazaar in the city market. What are you guys wanting to do?
Weren't these guys leading us somewhere safe?
Yes.
They are. Whether you're doing anything else, disguise the fact that you are there, you have got... If there's anything else you want to do at this point, otherwise they're just going to lead you off and you start going.
We should really hide them.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if everyone read it, but my plan pretty much for what Fee wanted to do to
I mean,
mess
say
up-
it says Katina rather than...
Seeming?
yeah. So can everyone just get these collars and throw them in this girl right here? And she's pointing to Bink and gesturing to the cockpit. Yeah.
Cockpit compartment.
Yep. Easier for everyone else. And get them all loaded in. And then I'll tell Bink, I want you to run that way as fast as you can. If you get to lava, go right, but keep trying to go that way and run as fast as you can.
Which way is it going to go?
West.
The way we were already going.
So, east, south, southeast?
Almost entirely south, yeah.
Okay, so for the record, you are heading down towards the Iskalat district, so you were heading southeast.
Okay, well, yeah, southeast, in that direction, yeah.
Why?
So is your plan to send Bink where we want to be?
Yes, but faster.
Yeah, the problem is that we don't know if they've already been tracking us or if they can rewind the record of where these collars have been. The fact that we didn't take them off and have them go in a different direction immediately means we've kind of fucked up. So we need to keep them going on this route. If we make it suddenly make a hard left turn or right turn, they're going to realize this is the point where we're trying to trick them. If we have Bink continue to go, when they catch up with Bink, regardless of how long they've been tracking us for, they'll have to assume that this was always the plan to lead them the wrong way.
Why does it matter if they know where we took the collars off? If they've lost track of them by then, we should send Bink off in another way, and then
Right, but okay, we've been going in our direction that we want to for a while now, and if the collars suddenly take a hard turn, it's going to seem very unusual. And when they find Bink with the collars, they're going to realize the original direction was where we were really heading, and we didn't think to take the collars off until now, like what has actually happened. The better way to trick them is to have them think that we had this planned out all along, that we were trying to make them think, even by going ourselves partially this way, that all of the slaves and everything ran off this way. But lo and behold, it was a trick, and we must have at this point, or some point earlier when they find Bink, made a hard right turn, probably to leave the city outside the west side. Which is, honestly, considering we're new to this plane, they probably would assume we'd rather leave the city than try and hide in a place that's under our enemy's control.
I think I see what you're trying to say.
I
But
think I'm just making some psychic damage, let alone kill us all.
If you send Bink in the direction we are going, Bink is an unusual creation and will attract attention.
I mean, I've already been riding her all the way here, so, you know, if they start questioning people, it'll be understandable that that was a ride we were with. They'll know it's related to us. Plus, as you can see, all the collars are in it. If they are trackable, they'll get it. The next part of the plan, though, is that we all have to split up into groups of 2 or 3. I believe, 6 prisoners, right?
Yes, there's 6 slaves that are with you.
So there should be 12 of us in total.
Yes.
Quickly counting, right? So
no, there isn't. There's 13 of you.
13, right?
So
2 groups of 2 and 3 groups of 3. And what we'll need to do is actually have us split up so that we're going down 2 parallel paths, roughly about 20 feet apart. Now, this.
What about the other 3?
What other 3?
Well, you just said 2 groups of 3 and 2 groups of 2. That's 10.
3 groups of 3, 2 groups of 2. That's 9 plus 4 equals 13.
Yeah, you said 2 groups of 3.
I'm pretty sure I said 3, 3.
But why so many groups if only 2 groups?
Because they're looking for a group of 13 people. If I change all of our appearances and we're no longer in such a large group, but only just spread out ever so slightly and looking like completely different people, they won't know us from anyone else.
That makes sense.
Yes. Cut across all of this. Do we have any idea that the collars can be tracked?
You have absolutely no idea.
Oh,
I was just worried.
No, it was a good idea.
They also did say that they knew where we were.
Yeah.
Yeah. They also said that they knew where you were when you were standing in front of them. So that's not really.
We know where you are. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
This is a point. He did say we know where you are. We didn't say we know where you're going.
Yeah.
Seemed like a very big threat to me. I don't know. Whatever I think we're about to do, I think that we should make our minds up in the next 20 seconds before the whole of China catches up to us.
Maybe Groth can help. The way we're going, are we going to pass over any rivers of lava or near them?
Yes, there are several canals we must pass over.
Let's dump the collars in some lava. That would seem to solve the problem.
I mean, the usefulness of having Bink continue to run with them is that it leads them further along before they realize we've ditched the collars, giving us more time to basically be lost in the crowd.
What about Bink, though?
She's a summoned spirit. If they destroy the body, she'll just return to her plane.
Well,
Again, we don't know that they can be tracked.
If you want to send Bink off, do it, but it should be in a direction we're not going.
It's just that we've already headed this direction, and like I said, if we have it go in a different direction, they'll realize where our original destination was. if
I'll make a perception check to see if anyone else is looking around us while
Yeah.
13 people are stood in a huddle having a team talk.
Make a perception check. Well, I think Cedric and Lyra were keeping an eye out at both ends of the alley.
Right, okay. I got a 19.
Pretty sure I remember doing that.
19, there's no one that's really paying that much attention. People are going about their business. There are a few slaves that might sort of stop and have a look at you out of curiosity, but possibly...
And we know that those sort of people are grasses and snitches, as we just found out.
And they get stitches.
It's also entirely possible that these are people that are not allowed out that often, so they're just sort of taking in everything that they can.
I know their thing.
I'm just going to say, Fee, whatever you're going to do it fast. I'm getting uncomfortable.
Yep, no, totally agree. Trying to
Plus, my
explain-
feet are sticking to
Anyway,
the floor here while we're
I'm-
treading water.
We don't have to.
What?
We don't have
well,
to lead
everyone
them.
everyone else agree where Bink is going to run with the collars, or what's going to happen with the collars. I now need to cast 2 spells and stand back from everyone so I don't blow us up.
Rolf has a quick point of clarification for you. If you're thinking that if they're tracking us, then that we're going out of the city, we've just run deeper into it. If you were thinking that we're going to tell them that we're going out of the city, it might be sensible to send them towards the Gethin Spires, towards the Diamond Gate.
I'm just concerned that if they see a sudden change in direction, they'll realize when the diversion was created. If it continues on, they won't know when the diversion is created, or they'll at least assume we've gone a different way. If we circle around to our
Just
destination, rather
take
than
a
going
direction and
straight-
do it.
We don't have to send them directly to where we're going, just in the loose vicinity of a straight line. So let's just send them that way, then carry on.
Is there a check that Anna can make? Because the only locational spell I know of is Scry. And Scry doesn't give you a plot chart map of where someone has been.
I have
Just
a
see
I
where
have
they
a spell
are
where
right
you can
now.
find people within 1,000 feet.
Yeah, but it gives you a general location.
It tells you where they are and where they're moving.
Yeah, there is a locate creature spell, which Anna would be aware of because it's a spell that she can cast.
I've got it literally prepared, so.
Yeah, but does it give you a detailed, like, they went here and turned left immediately here and then went
No.
right? No. So
No.
it doesn't matter.
No,
There's
just
no way
where
that they
are.
can. There's no way that they can accurately pinpoint the
you
route.
can-
There's no way that you know of that they can accurately
Unless they can
trace all of our
track.
movement.
Well, that's why I'm asking is Anna.
There
They
actually
can-
is a spell to take an item and check the history of it for like the last hour or so.
Yes, but that's a 5th level legend lore. That's unlikely to be used for this sort of thing.
Again, we don't know all the magic that exists. We're in a different plane of existence.
I'm going to continue answering the question Connor asked. Locate object and locate creature, which are spells that Anna can cast. They do give you, if you're tracking particular objects and items, they can tell the direction that the thing is traveling and the direction of where they are in relation to you. It doesn't give you a distance, only a direction.
Yeah, so you might as well just send Bink anywhere, and if they're tracking it, they'll just follow that. They have no idea when you change direction.
I've got an idea. We've got
Please.
a bag of holding with us. Why not put the collars in a bag of holding? That's a different plane.
Good idea. Problem solved.
I think that is the best solution.
I open up my haversack.
Then you can save a slot and you can seeming us.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to stand back for everyone because before I try to cast a level 5 spell I don't know, I'm going to try casting a level 2 spell I don't know in order to help with the level 5 spell I don't know.
Oh God! So enhanced.
I'm going to do enhance ability Fox's cunning on myself.
I will also guidance you.
Is it Fox's cunning? I thought that's wisdom.
No, that's intelligence. I read it earlier today.
Okay.
I memorized it.
Okay.
But I will have to use some sorcery points in order to get back a 3rd slot. So that's a 2nd slot, I should say. So 3 sorcery points burnt to get back a 2nd slot.
Okay.
I don't have my dice in front of me. How do I use these dice on D&D Beyond?
Click the box.
You just click
Click
on
the box.
Click an Arcana check, or you roll.
Click Arcana. Oh, okay. Customize.
Have you turned dice rolling on?
Probably not. Oh, I just clicked a wizard that went fluoro.
Wait, do you have to be a subscriber to get it? Can you not do? Can you do it with
Yeah.
the free accounts?
Oh, I don't think so. I think it is.
That
only
might be the problem.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought we might be doing it on this.
Just Google 1d20.
Or
Yeah.
Actually,
How much
1d20.
does guidance give me?
Guidance is a d4.
Oh. Anyway.
I can do it for you if you want, Jared.
It's cool. I'm doing it right this sec. So 13 plus 8 equals more than enough. So I now have advantage checks on all my intelligence rolls. I will then go ahead and re-roll both of the. Oh crap! Crit on the 20. All right. Well, we've definitely got seeming going then, because I only needed 20 for it. So yeah, I now make all of us look like different people.
How many creatures does it do? All of us. That's really good.
I wanna look-
Number of creatures as long as I can see them.
within range, so within 30 feet of Kafina.
Wow.
Nice. So what is
And
everyone-
non-concentration for 8 hours, I believe. So
What is everyone looking like, Jared?
Different people.
yeah.
Or is it-
Honestly, I'm gonna start just basically by inverting everything. So if someone has like a long scraggly beard, they're gonna have a slightly shorter tight beard. If someone has blue eyes, they'll go brown.
Can you add
Marcus
something
can go
familiar
paler.
between all of us so then we can identify each other in our new forms?
I mean, I have to make up 13 new appearances. To me, this is the easiest way to do it, just to kind of color invert everything.
Why don't you make us all look like different people, but make Kelatar look like our owner, and we can all have shackles and collars. That way, if we get into trouble, Kelatar can talk us out.
Ah, right. Okay. I was thinking, why me? Ah, yeah. Okay, fine.
I don't believe Seeming will be able to get the collars to
Yes,
appear.
it
It's
does.
only
Clothing.
clothing.
It's
general
the
appearance.
shackles, I think, chains to the people would be a problem, but you could do that, couldn't you? You just couldn't have a chain to
If you wear
someone
a collar,
else.
because it'd be clothing that they're wearing, so you're just creating the illusion of a collar.
Yeah,
You don't-
okay.
you
So
don't- You don't have to be wearing a collar for the illusion to work. They just won't necessarily be shackled by the wrist.
Yeah, we just wear
Okay,
a
yeah,
collar.
fair.
Then we
okay,
make it
okay.
look like a nice collar, and we can look like we're slaves of a rich orcish.
Or that
gentleman.
our owner is so powerfully magical that we don't need shackles.
Yes, we should listen to Lyra. That's why she is wise.
She's
Yeah,
still
she
learning
really
her
is.
key these days.
I think
Um,
we're wisdomful.
Wisdom.
Okay. So is that what you're transforming them all into? Everyone look like a slave, but palette swapped.
I mean,
Paletar.
What's the palette swap of grey, Jared?
Easier.
More grey.
green, obviously. No. No. The reason I didn't want us to all be a collective group is because they're already looking for a group of 13 people. They might expect us to disguise ourselves as another group of 13
I
people.
think you're thinking way too much into this.
I was going to
Why-
say you're. I'm going to need a Going down discussion. a rabbit Okay, hole. I'm going to stop all the. I'm going to stop this because we're going to need a discussion because it's a 6-second casting time. It's an action. So what is everyone looking like? That's final. Go.
As they were said, we've got one slave owner and a bunch of us looking. We all look very nice. We look like rich slaves with fancy ass collars on.
Are you all the same race as you currently are?
Where I can, I make slight diversions. So,
The only one that you can't really make a diversion on is Cedric because of his height. But Cedric can sort himself out.
I mean, can't I make Cedric look more like a Goliath?
You could do, yes.
And make the rest of us look like the rest of the general populace. So
I mean, the
Basically,
group,
yeah, whatever
they
race
will
I've
be
seen the
looking
most
for
of.
one Goliath.
I mean,
Yeah, but we
why
have
wouldn't
two.
you want a Goliath slave? They're very powerful.
Female guard.
Bear in mind you have got
And
3 tieflings and Ganassi, 2 Ganassi, a Goliath, as well as everyone else. So you're
Yeah, so-
making Kelatar look like the slave master as Kelatar. You're not changing. Are you changing his appearance at all, or
I mean, they've seen us. I need to change something about him. I'll just make him look.
Everyone
way more
looks
fancy
different,
and
of
rich.
varying races, varying changes. No one looks
Yeah.
the same. I think that's the easiest way to summarize, isn't it? Without going into intricacies of exactly what everyone's
okay.
wearing.
The only one I need to be specific on is what does Kelatar look like?
Yeah. Have I seen a slave owner since I came here? Like a rich-looking slave owner?
Yes.
then he looks kind of what I saw then.
Okay, so Kalatar, your transformation, are you keeping his race the same? That's the... Or are you changing his race?
Make him look like the short little fire dwarfs. He's the same sort of height.
If I divert too much from his body size, I get the feeling the illusion will be easier to notice. So.
I'm like 7 foot tall.
Are you? I thought you were short.
No, Kalatar's tall.
Oh man, I've died a lot since I last checked.
I mean, it's not disguise self because that allows a foot up and down. I think technically I can make it look like anything.
Up and down.
Sorry?
Seeming does allow a foot up and down.
Oh, I thought it didn't specify, so I could literally make you look like any humanoid. But yeah,
well, it does specify they are roughly the same shape and they have the same number of appendages.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's one extra appendage he wants, but anyway,
I've already got what I need. Just need to make Anna agree.
As if you don't want to spare. Yeah. So sounds like pretty much agreed upon. Wait. So yeah, an elf, I guess. I mean, he's insanely tall. Elves are tall. Go for an elf.
Kalatar, Actually, you wouldn't notice, but the rest of you see what Kalatar transforms into. A tall elf, his ears get a lot more elongated, his eyes turn to sort of golden coloured. He has a circlet surrounding long blonde hair that flows down the back, sort of twisted platinum band. He has got very fine clothing in almost cool watercolours, as if to sort of show that I'm not conforming to this style that you guys are, that everyone else is putting to. It's sort of a little arrogance in this elven sneer, with a sort of goatee beard.
Now I'm hot.
Yeah.
You would.
Plenty of jewelry, things that make you stand out as being very powerful. The rest of you look like various different slaves types. Cedric, you're a Goliath. But you all are wearing collars that are pretty much the same. They've got sort of a silver base with several markings and gems inlaid into them to act as the disguise.
Well,
Can we move now?
Yes, let's go.
Lead away, person who doesn't know the exact location of where we're going.
I was going to say, when we've kind of formed up to move off, I will ask if Groff can be right behind me, so he can kind of tell me where I'm supposed to be going.
Yeah, he will sort of he sort of assumes a stumped over posture, so that his head is no closer than a foot, but it's there in case you need a direction. You can sort of lean in and do a whisper and then lean out again respectfully and sort of shuffle. But he's stooping over, shuffling along a little bit, trying to make sure. I would need everyone, please, apart from Kalatar, to make performance checks, please.
Oh god.
Oh yeah.
Kalatar make a performance check as well.
-1. What
We've
could go wrong?
Okay.
Little glass go.
Can he fit in a handy haversack? Will he break a handy haversack?
He's too big.
Can I guidance myself as I do this?
Sure. Because this is all trying to play you apart.
Oh, I only rolled a 1 on the guidance. It counteracts my negative modifier.
Kalatar, as Slave Master,
19.
on dice, or...
No, 19. I rolled a 6.
Lyra,
17.
17, Foundling.
9.
Anna and Asher.
Asher 18, Anna 16.
Cedric,
15?
Kafina,
23. I rolled a 19, so.
and the rest of them.
Damn!
And the slaves got a 19 as their max plus.
Oh man, we look like proper slaves.
Yeah, the sort of you guys are letting the
Oh,
ones who
Foundling.
were- you're letting the ones who were captured go ahead of you, so you can sort of copy some of their mannerisms. Cedric, you take up Kalatar's other shoulder, so you've got the two big ones standing directly behind him. The rest of you are sort of moving in a sort of shuffle formation.
sort of making your way through. Every so often, as you walk through the market carousel, you stop, you just look imperiously like Snape in Potions class, just looking down your nose.
I was to say, I would be, as we were walking, I'd be looking around at see if I can see other slave leaders, as it were.
Slave masters, yeah.
Slave masters, to see how they're walking, how they're acting.
Make a perception check.
Ooh, that's a better roll from this. 22.
There aren't that many that you spot in terms of slave masters.
Okay.
They have sent their slaves out to do things for them. There are a couple that you spot. They seem to be ones that are leading newer slaves. So they are sort of showing ones that are new, seem like they're new to the world, or at least into this plane, and are sort of giving instructions as to this is where my meat comes from. This is where I get my clothes. This is my haberdashery. So you're sort of being
all the important essentials.
Yeah, so some of them they're just sort of pointing out and giving instructions. Some of them have whips or like full riding crops that they are using to beat their slaves every so often.
Ouch.
If they misbehave in any way, sort of break them into that position.
I'm the one that misbehaves. So.
Exactly. So everyone is sort of making their way.
Waiting for Ross.
So you're just watching.
I was just going to say I'm constantly on the lookout for like any kind of threats potentially, or anyone who looks like they might find us suspicious.
Make a perception check, Cedric.
For sure. That's really good. 28.
28. Okay. There are a few things that you catch a glimpse of. You see a couple of like young urchins sort of poking their heads out from behind stalls, looking like they might be in a position to beg. But when they see the size of the entourage that is surrounding Kalatar, they sort of shy away and don't really bother. There's a couple of guards Ifriti guards that notice you and nod respectfully at Kalatar and sneer at the rest of you.
Nod back.
There's one gentleman who has got a couple of young male slaves. They're quite light-skinned, almost glowing. They have this sort of like pale radiance, sort of like very blonde hair that kind of reminds you of Asher to a certain extent. They've got very beautiful features.
They kidnapped some Celestials.
As he walks past, as you sort of walk past him, he turns and looks beyond him and says, "Excuse me, friend."
Yes.
Can I tell you, where did you get this collection of slaves? You seem to have gotten a very interesting match.
Sorry. I got my slaves from the auction.
This one must have cost you a very pretty penny, he says, looking at Cedric.
He did, but I thought it was worth it.
I can imagine. I can see that there is good strength in those muscles. I myself picked up these two charming gentlemen to tend to my services.
You say tend?
Well, they look after my estate and they sort my food, my clothing. I am new to this game, after all. I have just reached a position and status where I can discuss these matters and I can take on some additional help.
How long have you been waiting to get to this position?
Oh, all my life. I believe that it is my birthright as one of the descendants of the Jinn to stand up. And you can see that this guy is, fire gassy, essentially. It has been a great pleasure to be able to take this. My father, he is one of the, he is the commandant. He is a very important man. I am not true-born, don't get me wrong, but I am.
Of course.
What do you say, of course? You think I look like bastards? You're trying to insult me. I'm trying to be friends.
I would never insult someone of your stature.
Say, looking down at him. I apologize if I've offended you, or if I have taken offense, whether there's none intended.
It's quite all right. Does the commandant mean anything?
Yes, the commandant was mentioned by the Jinn, the Ifriti.
Yes, that's what I thought.
So when did you get these? These look like they're very well behaved. You had them for long?
I've had some of them for some time. I've recently picked up some of the others. I'm hoping that with my training and following the lead of my already found slaves, that they will toe the line.
If you don't mind if I ask, what business are you in?
Diamond business.
I'm in the fine arts trade.
The fine arts? Are you a sculptor, painter? Are you?
I'm a painter.
Roll the deception check.
You could have proved the diamond trade once.
It's alright, guys. Even if he fails on this, he could just blag it by being like, "Oh, when I say I'm the painter, someone else paints for me. That's how rich I am."
And then I just sign my name at the bottom.
26.
Oh, okay, he's alright.
It is unusual to see someone of a fine artistry who has gotten themselves to such a high state. Where do you reside when you're here?
I reside in my home.
Which is where? Which district?
Matt's not got any clue of the district. I'm sure
I can't really give you a clue.
Well,
Make a history check to see whether Kelatar remembers from looking at the map.
history.
Yep.
That's 20.
20.
Where am I taking this lot?
You are going to the Iskolat district. You can have a look at the map to see if you can remind yourself of the names of the districts.
Which one are we in right now? The chart.
Pick something close to the middle.
Pick something close to the rich area if you can remember where the rich area is.
Just say you live in the Charcoal Palace. Say you live in the Charcoal Palace.
Say you live in the lava.
Yeah.
Eternal Flame Pavilion.
I have my own little island just sitting out there. You know?
Honestly, I mean, yeah, the best approach is just to act like you're so important that you don't need to explain yourself.
Yeah.
Which one would you like? The summer house?
Yeah.
All adults have a lake house.
You don't get this many slaves by chit chat.
Little bait. I just want to see how far this goes.
Yeah.
Just say the word, mate, and I'll lop his head off. It's no problem.
2 more slaves to add to the party.
Other slave.
I live in the Char.
You said you're a painter.
I am.
So why would you be in the metalworking business?
Because I like to know that I'm in one of the safest places in this place.
Deception check and disadvantage.
Weapons can be fine art. Look at my sword.
I'll just wait for that. I'm a sculptor, obviously. Yes.
He's already declared himself to be a painter.
Yeah. I
I'm a
paint
red
with
maple.
iron. When you are as good of a metal worker as I am,
Paint scabbards?
you got to really crank up your bullshit here. Now, come on now.
You got real push it now.
I mean, there are some who give some defense there, but he's an interesting choice for one of such status to live.
I like to be close to the middle.
Why? There's nothing important there.
It's
No,
hotter.
no.
It's hotter.
Shh. Make me mute you.
I'll do it myself.
It's just so painful. It's like when you're watching a film and you're screaming at the TV. And you're like, come on!
Except now you can hear us.
Yeah, I know.
What did he just say?
It's an interesting choice. It's the smell. I can imagine it's quite potent about the metalwork.
It is rather, but I find it inspiring.
Oh, you mean you take tips from the sculptors?
Of course. They make various things, and I give it a bit more of an artistic feel when I paint it.
This is interesting. So you'll take some of the slaves, you paint them.
Of course, they are used as models.
And he looks around at each of the slaves and sort of looks at a couple of them. And
Didn't
just
say
looks,
that they were all good models. I just said I used them.
he just locks eyes with Asher. I'm sure you'll use this one quite well. There is no shame in admitting it, friends. I was born of such a union. Look how I've risen. Oh.
Insight
that,
check
yeah.
to see in what sense he means risen.
Yeah.
With time, I am hoping.
So what did these slaves do to get themselves imprisoned?
Well, most of them, just general shithousery, really, found themselves in a bad situation, made things worse for themselves by talking to the wrong people, found themselves locked up.
That is unfortunate. Oh, they didn't do the stupid. They didn't do the paying a slave, did they?
Do you know? They did.
Oh. He looks at it, he switches languages, which you still understand because he now speaks about Robin, and you've still got the bring up.
That's why I went for it.
You do not pay another person's slave. That is stupid. Lucky they were not sold into slavery with them. Must have got there at the right time.
Is he saying that to me? Or
Well, he starts saying it, and then he switches up in general, and he switches over to you when he realizes that you can understand him.
I like to use my slaves in whatever way I see fit. I found them for a pretty price, was able to pay it, so I paid it.
I approve very much. I also got these two for a pretty price.
What do you intend to do with them further? Are you just going to use them as house slaves, or
Well, they will be house slaves for the start, and then we'll start using them as, once they have been proven trustworthy, they can act as part of my business. They can go forth as the status symbols that they are.
Of course.
And they can do some of my negotiations for me. I'm sorry, friend. I did not introduce myself.
You didn't. It's true. What is your name?
I am Cinderless.
Sorry, Cinderless.
Cinderless.
Cindernus. Ah.
Cinderless of the lava bomb. And you?
I am.
Great importance.
I will stop the heckling some way or another.
Just individually. I am. Belgrade.
Spartacus.
Rosabad. An interesting name.
It was handed down to me through generations.
Clearly of great importance. Well, I hope to see you on some of your art shows at some time in the not too distant future.
I'm sure there'll be one coming very soon.
Have a good day, Belgrade.
Look after yourself, Cinderless.
He turns and leads his slaves away. Galazar's just buckets of sweat.
Not just because of the temperature in here. Okay, let's keep going. I wonder how long I was going to have to use that voice for.
Maybe next time wrap the conversation up a bit quicker.
Well, I thought about killing him, but I didn't think that would help the situation.
You start making your way through the remainder of the market. You guys have been traveling for about an hour or so now, and the heat is starting to get to you. I need everyone to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
+3 because you're near Asher.
Only those immediately within 10 feet of Asher. So I'm only going to say, I will say that will only affect actually 10 feet around you. I suppose you could position yourself so that you affect or everyone. Sure, +3.
So +3.
Yeah.
No.
Just about.
15.
Okay. Tom?
16.
Brandon?
17.
Fee?
22.
Cedric?
23.
Asher?
22 for Anna and 28 for Asher.
Okay, you guys managed to push through the heat with no problem. You make your way out of the main market, onto the Pyriculum, and continue your way south. As you make your way across, parallel to the Street of Artisans, you sort of sense that there is it's a different atmosphere here. There's a lot of people who are obviously working on their art pieces in various galleries in the background. You can hear the ting of hammer on chisel, and then the sort of scrape of chisel on metal and stone. So it seems to be a combination of both. But it seems that the back streets immediately behind it are the galleries where people work. Whereas if you get onto the main shop fronts, that's where they are all displayed.
Of course.
But you come to a canal, and you manage to find your way to a bridge, cross over it. It's getting the feel very much like Venice, of where you have just the canals flowing through. But
Sunken barber shops.
But it's just lava. So the barber shops will be sunken, but they'll be burning as well. There's a couple of boats that are just sort of floating down there, carrying cargo, flowing southeast-ish.
On the lava.
On the lava, yes.
The floor is lava.
The floor is lava. Making its way towards the harbour. Which is also where you guys are vaguely heading towards.
Okay.
You continue with your walk. You get through to the Street of Steel. And Groth leans down to Galatar, but says it in a voice loud enough for everyone to hear. We will turn off here and head a couple of blocks down that way. So keep an eye out, and you file into a corridor, the gateway. Eventually, you find yourselves standing at a tavern. This is a couple of rows back from the harbour itself. You can feel the great wall of heat coming off from the harbour, where the lava sea ends. So the sea of fire sort of leads into, and all the ships are. So you can see the mast. You can hear the bustle of people running around the clunk of wood and metal as people are moving cargo and getting into positions to load it. The tavern is called The First Last. So that's spelled TH.
Thirst.
The Thirst Last.
Okay.
There's a doorway that leads into the main entrance, but Groth leads you around the back, where there is a door to the cellar. And he leans down and makes sure no one's opening, and puts his hand on it and just opens it up. Leads you downstairs, single file, where there is a stack of barrels that Groth leans over and just knocks 3 times, once, and then twice.
Secret knock.
A doorway-sized section of the wall suddenly fizzles away from existence. No, it just vanishes.
That's cool.
And a male dwarf pokes his head out. He's got a long, russet beard that is sort of flecked with grey and soot. He looks up and sees Groth. Groth, good to see you. June's been worried. You're successful then. You've got a lot of allies, apparently.
Wait, hold on.
And the master? He sort of reaches to his hand towards a pouch.
It's merely for ease of walking through this city.
Make a persuasion check.
Wait, did we cover up? What's his face?
Jumbo?
No, a Groth. Did we make him look like someone different? Did he know that he was Groth? Did he just presume because of the knock? I'm just trying to understand.
He got it from the knock, presumably. Makes sense. It's dark. It's quite dark down here, so it's difficult to see faces and such. But he kind of gets the impression from the build.
Yeah, no, I was just curious whether if he could see through disguises, because that's quite a powerful ability and would give us an indication potentially of the person we're talking to here, or whether he would determine it from something else.
You're not sure at this moment.
Okay.
Yes. What did you roll?
15. Roll a 2.
Sorry, you rolled a 1. Very well. Go on in. And he turns around and starts leading you down some stairs, which eventually appear out into a much larger room, quite far below ground. This room is far wider than the base of the tavern that sits above it. Where there are about a dozen or so humanoids sat around camping mats. Some of them are in family groups, some of them are just sitting on their own. To the right, there is a flowing river of lava that provides light and heat into this chamber, and the structuring does feel familiar. You kind of realise that actually this is probably part of the sewer system that flows underneath the city of Brass. In the sense of you've been in sewers before. Like you go down into an American sewer system, you kind of get the idea that they all look fairly similar. You've got the tunnels and you've got fire going past in lava. Of course. Groth turns to Kafina and says, "Can you dispel the magic?"
Oh, yes, sure. Just
You will.
Hello, Dido. Oh.
You reappear as yourselves. The dwarf looks at you and goes, "I prefer how you look now."
Well.
So wanders off. There is another Goliath woman who's sort of tending to a couple of others. And she sort of turns and looks up as you all come in. She is clearly a fire giant's legacy, as opposed to, of the Goliath. Burnt amber skin, dark black hair underneath a helm. She looks up and sees Groth and rushes over. "Groth, it is good to see you alive. I thought I would have to find another mate before the end of the month." Groth said,
Very specific.
"Groth, not to worry, my love. It is only temporary. I managed to get 5 out of the prison encampments, and these 7 came along and they helped. They were quite useful at causing a distraction."
He did it. He got them free. Ah! Good thing Cedric's slightly more humble than Ross is.
More wisdomful. I'm sorry. I should have perhaps clarified. I brought them here. They are the ones that got them.
Oh. Cedric, your thoughts transferred.
Yes.
Gave Groth some psychic damage.
Is there any word? And the Goliath woman, who you presume to be June, says, "No, there's nothing yet, but we hope to have a conversation sometime soon."
I lean in and go, "Sorry, word on what exactly?"
Well,
I don't mean to pry too much, but
no, yes, you probably deserve to know. We are the Broken Links. We are an organization with the ambition to free the slaves of the city of Brass, to overthrow the Afriti and bring back the fire giants.
so you're trying to bring down the masters.
Yes, break the chains. Break a wheel, perhaps.
Ah, yes.
We have a few agents that are running around, but we have a number of people down here that need to be shipped to get to strategic points, or to get themselves to onto cargo so they can sail to different planes. But the patron, Valeda Sertsan, he has not given us any information recently. He has been distracted by some other business, apparently.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, obviously.
Sorry, what was the name you gave?
Valdir Surterson. VALIDR SURTRSON.
Good.
This is your patron.
Yes, he his father was grandfather really, was one of the main patrons who ruled over the city of Brass before the Afriti uprising.
So he is himself a fire giant.
Yes.
Right.
He is one of the few free fire giants. He is trying to return the order to how it used to be and to break the chains of slavery.
So
Do I
he's
feel like wearing this belt of fire giant strength is a good or a bad representation?
So I can't.
Is wearing a belt of fire giant strength, does it feel like I don't know, is it an insult? I don't know.
Are you asking that question, or are you trying to get a feel?
How do I feel about wearing this?
You feel strong.
Well,
Has anyone else noticed it?
No one seems to have commented on it.
I just didn't want to be like, I don't know how these things are made.
With
the
real
face
fire
on top.
giants. You're wearing
Yeah.
someone's granddad.
It's like like a
Exactly.
Pokeball. They just stuff it into our
I mean, if you take that to its conclusion, so is anyone wearing any leather.
I mean, yes.
Yeah. Got a cow killed inside it. No one's commented on it.
Guess we're willing to help in any way that we can. I have one question that I need to ask, and please,
No, we can.
I don't
We
know
can
how
certainly
you're
accommodate.
going to take this. Do you know where I could find the Scorch Lord?
No, sorry, you do not know the name.
That doesn't tell you.
Can Anna describe the tower that she saw and see if they've ever seen it?
Yeah, you can describe that. She sort of thinks a moment. No, I've not seen that one. Maybe in passing, but I don't know who lives there.
We don't really mind who lives there. It's where it is.
If it's anywhere, it will be in the. Do you know who resides in it?
The Scorch Lord.
Scorch Lord, and the Scorch Lord is
Someone of importance that we need to speak.
He was a fire giant, wasn't he?
Yes.
Oh, fire giant. That's what I was looking for. Right. If he's a free fire giant, he'd probably be in the foundry.
Because he would have been a free fire giant. He wouldn't have been a slave in that sort of place.
He had his own slaves.
Yeah. And they had a diamond collar with copper on it.
I don't know any. I may have seen some of those slaves around, but if he's going to be anywhere, he'll be in the foundry. It's the cheapest of the three glamorous, districts.
Ooh. We're right next to it.
You work right next to it. You're now quite a far way down.
I mean, the two sections have a border.
True. Yes.
It seems.
I don't think it's divided up by the canals. I don't think it specifically divides them up by that. That would be convenient, but that's not the way it's set up.
Okay. So at some point we need to head for the foundry. That's good.
If he's anywhere, he'll be in the foundry. If he's a freed fire giant, he could be. If it's that sort of opulence, that's going to be where he is.
That's pleasing to know.
Maybe we can stay here.
Of course. If you need to take a
Rest
rest,
up.
I would certainly love a rest.
Also, are we under any risk of them finding us here?
no. The only way through is to break down the wall that you walked through, and that's pretty well enchanted. We can only get through if Maul, and she points over to the dwarf, if he uses his magic to get through.
Okay.
Okay, so we can rest?
Yeah.
Short or long?
How long have we been going
You've been going for about
since we woke up?
since you woke up. You've been in the fire plane for about 2 to 3 hours now, and I think you left fairly early on in the day
Yeah,
because you took a long rest in
in the keep.
the keep. Then you went to Nexus and teleported here.
We did some shopping in Nexus
This
as
is
well,
shop-
though, didn't
Did you
we?
do some shopping? Did you go in the same day, or did you rest in Nexus?
No, we didn't rest. I think we
No, we
went
didn't rest.
shop.
Lyra has been awake a long time.
Yeah, she's got. Yeah, she's got.
I say because we rested in the keep, went
Went
to
to
the keep,
Nexus.
spoke with
No,
the
the keep is in Brady. You went and spoke to Orion.
Yeah, went spoke to Orion.
Then you went to.
Then we went to
Hecate.
yeah.
But even if we just had an afternoon of leisure, we don't have to. We could wait until night time
Oh, yeah,
and then
we
sleep.
just got to work out.
Oh yeah,
how-
I'm in no rush. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can just chill out here for the evening. Chill the afternoon. Well, you can relax.
Yeah, what is the temperature like in here? Is it more tolerable because it's underground?
It actually is a little bit more tolerable, which is surprising given that there is a river of lava going through the middle of it. You do notice that there are a couple of crystals embedded into the walls that are sort of blue colour. They're giving out cool air.
AC crystals.
They seem to be giving off a little bit of humidity and comfort.
Yeah. Long rest then?
Yeah, sure. We'll just chill out, walk around, and then rest it up and try and get us some sort of
Make a plan.
Yeah.
Okay.
We long resting then?
Are you planning now, or are you planning first thing in the morning?
Planning now?
We could
Well,
talk.
now.
Yeah, we could talk while we're resting.
You can hit the long rest button and then do your planning as you're as you go.
Okay.
Nothing happens to you during this evening, other than you notice a few people wandering around. There is the dwarf mage who is sort of every so often goes off and casts a spell. There is a single halfling male who's got a shaved head, quite slender, who every so often sort of has a couple of kids who rush up to him and try and attack him, but he just sort of does the martial arts master, deflects all of them out of the way, and he's like, not today, and then wanders off. And then there is a single female tabaxi with sort of panther colours, but very short fur, who's just sort of wandering around and often just sort of conjures a bird and speaks to it for a little while before banishing it. So, long rest and discussions. Have. Go forth.
What's our plan?
Well, we know we need to eventually end up at the foundry. North of where we currently are. We don't know where in there we need to end up, but as far as I'm concerned, that's where we need to be.
Asher, how tall was the tower?
It was a ziggurat. It was fairly sizable, wasn't it? If I remember right.
Which Anna was the one who saw it, not Asher.
Yeah, it was Anna. Yeah, it was pretty sizable.
It was 3 stories high, but giant size stories.
So theoretically, it should be visible from a distance.
Not if,
You'd think so, but
if everyone has a building like that.
Well, I mean, if Anna knows, saw it, she might be able to get at least a rough idea where it might be. If she can get a high vantage point before we set off tomorrow, then we can at least narrow down our search a bit.
It sounds like the person we're looking through is quite a rare thing in a free fire giant, and a fire giant who's quite wealthy. So maybe there aren't that many buildings of that scale, because it was built to his scale.
We have a group of people here that live in the city. Let's just ask one of them if they know what the general skyline of the foundry is like. And I'll do so.
Okay. Who do you ask? Anyone in particular, or just ask a person?
I'll ask the martial arts guy as I'm sort of vaguely curious about them anyway.
Okay. You wander over to him. He's well, that particular the foundry, a lot of the homes have been repurposed and rebuilt after the fire giants were overthrown. So they are probably, most of them are proportionally that size. Some of the newer ones are smaller, but made to look more opulent, miniature versions, if you like.
But quite a lot of them are giant-sized. Not that
Thank you.
uncommon.
Thank you. That is useful to know.
You're welcome.
Sis. Might not be that easy to find, guys.
Didn't think it would be. I hoped, but the only thing being that if we're going searching for it, we might be a bit. Well, we are going to be quite visible.
Could we use magic again? Make us look like we are just slaves wandering around?
I mean, I could. It is risky, but I mean, I keep risking it, and I haven't blown up yet. So I'm obviously doing something right.
Only a matter of time.
I mean, we do have more time than we did earlier. Maybe we could come up with more permanent. I mean, seeming does last for 8 hours, but at the same time, if someone physically touches us and the physical difference between us and our disguise is apparent, it becomes pretty obvious you have an illusion on you. If we did more generic disguises, it might be easier. Sorry, just trying to remember off the top of my head. Oh shit, we don't have a rogue in the party anymore, do we?
No.
Crap. So no one actually has a disguise kit.
I can disguise
Trick didn't have one
myself.
of those anyway.
I can disguise myself for an hour.
Oh yeah, me too. But yeah, I guess we're probably just better off trying using seeming again. Yeah, and I'm fine with that. You know.
The only thing then being, once we've found this building, how are we going to kind of deal with it?
I think we'll need to see the building before we can make that sort of plan. Although I have seen it now, so technically I can scribe on it.
What if?
I would say, with the knowledge you have of scrying, you'd be able to scry the building. You wouldn't necessarily be able to see any people or guards because you haven't seen them before.
So you can look at the building, but not anybody that's kind of around.
You wouldn't necessarily know that there was anyone there wandering around. You just see the building.
Oh, okay.
If you were scrying on the location.
We know there's a sewer system under the city. Maybe there could be a way in.
Essentially.
Something I'm curious to basically ask everyone in the room that isn't us is what person in the city would be in a position to basically walk into any building. So say, is there such a thing as a building inspector? Is there such a thing as a tax collector? Something like that. Maybe there's certain police people that would be able to walk into any building as long as they say they're there to investigate a crime. I'd like to ask around and see what people's opinion is of a position that can walk into any building.
Okay, make an investigation check.
This may not go well. Oh yeah, there we go. That's bad. 10.
Actually, a while to find, sort of ask the right people, mostly because you get getting mobbed by the kids that are there, because they see another halfling, and halflings are unusual. It's an adult, but the same size as me. Basically, the main people who would be allowed to do that would be the Afriti. Anyone of a lower position than the Afriti are basically, even the foot soldier Afritis are of a higher status than those of other races. It's a very Afriti-centric society. They are the British in the American Revolution.
Can I go and speak to the dwarf?
You can speak to the dwarf. Hey, what can I do for you?
Well, we're looking at getting to a building in the foundry.
Hey.
And I was wondering, is there any way of doing this kind of underground through the sewer system?
I mean, technically, depends on where the building is.
We're not entirely sure. We know it's in the foundry, just not entirely sure where.
Odds are you'll be able to find your way there at some point. I mean, if you say you're going to go and check in on Valde,
Yes, that's what we said we were going to do.
Well, he lives in the foundry as well.
All right.
Fire giants. He
Of
the
course.
highest place he can live.
Do you know what's his place look like?
No, we meet him in a neutral location. We just sort of travel underground, and he sends stuff down to us. Never actually been into his home.
Fair enough. You travel underground. What from here?
Right, there's passages you can make your way through.
Tomorrow, would you be able to take us to where you meet him, and then
Hey, I can guide you there. No problem.
we can work out something from there?
Hey, I can guide you.
It'd be very much appreciated.
Actually, I might need to send someone other than me because I've got to stay here to do the door.
Oh, fair enough. As long as someone can guide us, really.
Hey,
We're a bit lost in this place.
let's see. Willis, you wanna go along with these ones? The halfling sort of. Yes, I can come with them. I can escort them. Lead their minds to where they need to be. I don't talk about that sort of nonsense. Just very good at martial arts and kissing things.
We've got someone that's quite good at that as well.
I will do a few forms as demonstration.
I mean, you've already spoken to him, I believe. So
Yeah, but I didn't show off.
It'll be good to study some of those forms. Those are ones I've not seen before.
An exchange of knowledge, yes. I'm amenable.
Not. Yeah, you can just guide you around.
that would be very, very much appreciated. I don't know how we could ever thank you.
Well, you helped us free some of the slaves, some of the interact peoples.
That was mainly my big friend over there, and I point to Cedric.
I mean, all the same, you helped, I assume. I don't think you stood there and laughed at them whilst they were trapped in bondage.
I tried not to just kind of stand and laugh because I tend to get hurt if I do that.
Aye, that often happens. Although I get the sense you're not so disfamiliar from a bit of bondage yourself, eh?
Certain types. I'm not one for wandering around in chains. That's not my kind of gig.
We'll talk later.
Tell me, do you know the art of snoo-snoo?
You know, I've been practicing my snoo-snoo.
I had a friend once. He enjoyed some snoo-snoo.
I've had many partners in the way of snoo-snoo.
He came to a sticky end.
That's most unfortunate.
Well, he was.
Must not have been doing it right.
Well, he was enjoying it for the first time, and he was with a halfling and a Goliath. So,
Oh, that can be a quite sore experience if you don't get the measurements right.
the forms that he was taking when he walked out of the room were quite a sight, I must say.
Would have been a sight to behold, eh? Forgive me, I've got some things to attend to.
Of course, I don't.
Can't let my mind be distracted.
I walk away.
Was back to your brain. Anyway, you want me back?
Yeah, can I just try and get us in a little huddle
Yes, you can get back into the
so we can speak privately?
Yes.
Kelletar, I heard what you were saying about repaying them. We do intend to leave this plane at some point. Could we take some of these people with us if they wish to escape?
Right. Mid money.
He's found one of these Scorch eggs around.
Scorch egg.
He's got something in his mouth, and not for the first time.
I get the sense that none of these people would want to leave until everyone's been freed. We can certainly, I guess, offer it as a possible, but
Well, we may not be able to come back here. We may need to make a quick escape after we go to, if we can find this Scorch Lord. If we can, are we hoping to take them alive for interrogation, or is this to take them out?
Sorry, who?
Scorch Lord.
Oh, what? Oh, what? Take him for interrogation.
Or just kill him.
I mean, ideally both.
Take him alive and kill him.
Take him alive, interrogate him, then kill him.
We can do it backwards as well. Kill him, then speak with dead, and we're all sorted.
That's a bit more tricky to do. Yeah, ideally we'd get information out of him if we can. And if we need to do that by taking him away from here, then I suppose it must be done.
I think that's maybe as much of a plan as we can have for now. Find the location, break in, grab him.
Now, our dwarf friend over there did say that they meet with Voldar in a place, and he lives in the foundry.
Validate.
What?
Validate.
Validate. No, close enough. And they said that they'd be willing to take us to the place where they meet with him, because they don't apparently meet at his home. They meet in a secret place. So they said that they're going to take us through the tunnels and to there, and then I said that we could probably work out something from that point.
Is no one else bothered by the fact that we're looking for a free fire giant who lives in the foundry called the Scorch Lord, and there just happens to be another free fire giant that lives in the foundry?
That thought had heavily crossed my mind.
Yes, it seems
Oh,
a strange coincidence, if indeed it is.
After we've just been told there are not many of them left, and now we're dealing with two in the same foundry not too far away.
Anna, did you see the Scorch Lord in your vision? Would you recognize them if we saw them in person?
Anna did see him, I believe, but it was from a distance.
Yeah, Anna did catch a view because you were sort of looking focused on Olga.
Yeah.
You caught a glimpse of him. It wasn't a good one.
Yeah, it's not like I could discern facial features. I would just be able to make out a general demeanor.
Better than nothing.
I mean, it certainly helps.
Something to base our search off. Is there anything else?
Well, first we need to find out where this place is first. If we just happen to stumble in across a 3-story giant-sized ziggurat, then we know that we're in both the right and the wrong place. Until that happens, there's not really much we can do.
Pretty much sounds like us as a group. We always find ourselves in the right and wrong places all at the same time.
All too often.
We're well practiced. I say we rest up for the night and see what tomorrow brings.
Yeah.
Go to bed. Hopefully safely.
Long rest is had. There anything else that you're ready to do first thing in the morning, or
Tom's got a question.
Yes, Tom. Sorry.
my armor switches to fire resistance.
Okay. I'm assuming that people who were attuning to items.
Yeah, I was about to ask that.
Just about to say, I am attuning to my armor.
Okay. It's attuned to his armor.
Helm of Brilliance.
It is attuned to the Helm of Brilliance.
I will also ask the group if there is anything in particular, spell-wise, that they would like me to prepare for today.
Water breathing.
Lava breathing.
Cone of cold.
Wall of water.
I can probably do some of these things. Is Wall of Water just going to, like, evaporate as soon as I cast it, though?
You don't know.
Or is it magic water?
Yes.
I think it'll just go.
Because, yeah, I was really keen to cast it in that fight, but because Fee didn't know to have a scroll for it, if I tried casting it right on us to make a watery dome to help protect us from all the incoming fire attacks, it possibly was going to blow us up instead. So, you know.
I mean, for that reason, I could put up a tiny hut.
Wall of Water. It's only level 3. I could probably prepare that. I don't know what I would drop for it, but I can probably prepare it.
I will have snuck away from the group once we'd all gone to sleep. I found the dwarf.
And he leads you somewhere where things get hot and impressive. You do need to make me 2 con saves, though.
Okay, cool.
Because it's taken away from the slightly cooler area.
15.
Okay.
8.
Okay. You would have taken a level of exhaustion, but you've taken a long rest, so it goes away. Just whether or not you took 2, not a problem the next day. But you have a very, very pleasurable night. It is hotter than anything you've ever done before.
Damn!
It's one of the few occasions where you've done it with shoes on. Because you've got all the ground.
More grip.
Don't want to fall in the lava. All right, so long rest had. What are you guys doing of the morning? Are you continuing doing spells? In fact, actually, it is 28. It might be a good opportunity to take a break and refill drinks, etc. So we will come back in about 15 minutes or so. Ross, you ready to cut away for the
Yeah.
break? And we'll come back at. We'll say we'll come back at 5 to 9. Which means nothing for you people watching on the internet because it's going to on YouTube. So come back after the break, players. And those of you who are watching, stay, please.
Hold on. You're good. For me is up, and then we switch to the feed.
And we are back. So, you guys come back to consciousness the following day-ish, well rested ish. Attunements and resistances set. The halfling that is there waiting for you whenever you guys are ready to depart. You do notice that Groth and a couple of others have departed. Looks like they may have gone off to do undertake a mission. So the time is yours. What are you doing?
Oh yeah, I was going to say I did one more sort. I can't remember what I got rid of now. Enhanced ability I got rid of, and I picked up something. Warding Wind.
Ooh,
that's right.
I thought because you got that as well. Did you say?
I said, ooh.
No, I just want to say I got it as well. Because it will.
I can do that too.
It will extinguish unprotected flames, which I thought would be pretty handy.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah, I have 38 hours of this book left to read in 6 days.
All right. So, what are you guys doing? You've got spells prepared, all that sort of stuff. Is there anything you are doing? Any more planning you wish to do?
We can't really plan until we get there, can we?
Was there? I mean, I doubt it. Now that we're in this like bunker place, was there any way to buy scrolls?
Not here. No, you're in the sewers.
Yeah. No, I expected as much. Carry on.
Okay,
We'll just have to move forward then, because there's nothing we can do until we get there or see it.
Okay, you're heading. You're going with the halfling. You're not going off on your own to try and find. Okay.
But we're at least going to get near the foundry if we go. with the
Yeah.
halfway.
Yeah, exactly. You can sort of sprint off from there if you need to. All right. So he bows to you and good morning. It's, if you're ready to go,
Ready when you are, Pally. Oh, you'll get that reference, so that's cool.
yes, quite. We shall, if you'll follow me, then we will make our way to go and see the patron.
Indeed, lead the way.
All right. He starts leading you out. As soon as you leave this particular area that you are standing in, you immediately feel the heat coming from the lava. It does seem that there is a little bit of suppression on it, as opposed to when you're up on the street level. There was a lot of the heat was almost intolerable when you're anywhere near this lava. Whereas at the moment, it seems like there's a little bit of suppression magic over it, if only because they send slaves who are not immune to fire down here to deal with things. The main thing you notice, though, this doesn't smell like a sewer. Probably because all waste is destroyed immediately in lava, and therefore there isn't much left to smell. You sort of make your way through the passageways. Is anyone particularly paying attention to the route, or are you just going for it?
I'd like to remember where we've been so I can get back.
Asher or Anna?
Asher.
Okay, make a survival check and you can start.
I'm being shot.
Jesus Christ. Survival, yeah?
Yes. Survival to dodge the fireworks.
Yeah, damn.
I'm assuming it's for being dead. We will remember them.
17.
17 for you?
17.
Okay. So if you manage to fairly
What's your roll?
accurately recreate the routes,
Me, 10.
just wait for this to stop.
I actually feel funny about anyone setting fireworks off at the moment because I feel like it's actually you're increasing the risk of needing emergency services.
Yeah.
And that's not necessarily very helpful in the current climate.
Jesus.
Looks like me celebrating VE Day with some explosions.
Yeah, it does seem a little...
It's a little off the mark, isn't it?
That's why I ran off a minute ago. My wife was screaming at some people outside setting off fireworks.
So you head through the passageways, making your way through. Kelatar and Asher, you are able to keep track of how to get back.
Yeah. As we go on walking along with our halfling friend and sort of showing him a few moves.
Yeah, and he's appreciative. He's sort of nodding. It's difficult for him to appreciate too much because he is having to pay attention to where he's going. But he is keeping track and nodding appreciatively. And thank you for the lesson. He'll just show you a couple of things himself. You get the sense that the two of you have similar training, but not identical. So you make your way through. Eventually, you come to a door on the right-hand side. On the other side of a small bridge that goes over a wider channel that looks like that it's connected to a loading dock. Okay. As you get there, the halfling Wellis looks around, makes sure there's no one around, and pushes open the door. You step inside, and there is a door immediately to your left, and piles of crates and boxes to your right. There seems to be some sort of loading room, and there is a channel of lava just sort of flowing through in the far right-hand corner from where you guys are.
Okay.
There is a large set of doors at the far end of the room, and not much else at the moment.
So I take it this is where you meet your patron.
Yes, we'll wait here. One of his familiars will have been alerted to our presence. How many fireworks have they got?
Probably not. Just out of interest, what familiars does he use?
Elemental beings, elemental spirits. He brings into being. Gives them a little bit of sentience, a little bit of living fire. Not ideal, but It will do in a pinch. And as he says that, there's through the door to your left, through the keyhole, there is a small flicker of flame and floats out and just sort of stands there looking at you. And there's just this big burning flame standing in front of you. And it speaks to you, which you, Kafina, understand, because it's speaking in Ignan. Yeah, last time.
Just as soon as any time I hear someone speaking a language I don't understand, I'm just going to grab the ring and just go. Done.
Someone's gonna like sneeze or cough, and you'd be like, "Is that a language?" Quickly, just in case.
You missed the first couple of words, but it says, "You are here to see the master."
Yes.
I should be able to respond in primordial, so I'll say yeah.
I shall be back. Bear with me. And it just floats off, goes back through the keyhole.
As soon as it goes through the keyhole, I'd like to remind everyone that the Scorch Lord was also referred to as the Master.
I mean, I think that's a common way to refer to your master.
I'm just
I
laying
will
down the facts.
ask, Wellin, are there many people that are known as the Master, or?
I mean, every slave would refer to the person that owns them as their master.
That's fine. That's what I thought.
He's not the master. He's a master. But he is to that person, to that elemental.
I'm just real. I'm not 100% set on. I think we're being led to the same guy.
Which is good, if it is.
I mean, yes and no.
We're all well rested, and we're just going to capture him straight away. Easy day's work done, and fresh in the morning.
You ain't going to capture him that easily, if it's the same person.
The far door at the end opens in front of you, and there is a large fire giant steps through, looking down at Wellis. Strapped to his back are two plates of metal that are sort of curved at the bottom with spikes at the back. He wanders in and looks down at the group of you, looks at Wellis and says in Ignan, "Wellis, what can I do for you?" Well, we've got a few new rescued individuals that we are trying to take care of. We thought we were going to be shipping them on to the docks and maybe sending them out. Some of them wanted to get back to the material plane. Some of them wanted to go elsewhere. Somewhere it's not quite so hot. Do you have any idea when the next boat will be available for you to send out? He looks down at you and he says, "Who are these people?" Looking at the rest of them, these are some of the ones who helped liberate. They are liberators. They are ones who share our dream of ending slavery. Is that right?
Of course, we didn't want to just kind of introduce ourselves. We didn't feel it was right and proper.
You are three people here. I do not expect you to stand on the ceremony.
Well, when in the presence of such a being as yourself.
These are my tools. Don't worry. I use these for clearing out parts of the mines.
Fair enough. I meant you yourself, because you're how should I put it? Prominent.
What are you grunting about?
Because I presume he's kind of.
Yeah, he is about 15 to 20 foot tall.
Yeah.
Very, very broad and imposing. Sort of a crew cut black hair.
So yes, towering above all of you.
Anna is going to use her mind link. Doesn't have any verbal or somatic or anything. Is going to link in with Kelatar.
Oh.
And is just going to politely remind him, this is him.
Am I able to respond to that?
Yeah, you can speak freely.
It's telepathic rather than.
Yeah, it's telepathic for an hour.
Are you sure?
100%. This is the Scorch Lord.
Okay.
Is there anything I can do for you while you're here? The next boat will be maybe a day, no more. Could be less. I don't know. It's still on its return. I think it got held up with customs.
There was one thing that I don't know if you're able to help us with. We recently lost a friend of ours. We were hoping to meet up with him. We heard rumors that he was in this part of town. We just wanted to find him, really. He looks quite similar to that one, and I point at Lyra.
Looks at Lyra. Looks back at you.
I just wondered if you'd seen a male version of, or a male elf that looked similar to.
I have not.
Do I believe him?
Make an insight check.
Do we all believe him? Can't tell what language he's speaking, can we?
You can't tell what language. No, you don't.
Yeah.
25.
25.
Oh, whispers! I love you, Matt. That's what he just whispered.
No, I just said pay me. Rent is due. Double rent.
No, it's not. I paid that 4 days ago.
Double rent.
It's room and board.
Well, being the person that you are, I just wondered if you heard rumors of him meeting someone known as the Scorch Lord. I don't know if it means anything to yourself.
It does not.
Do I believe him?
Insight check.
Whisper, 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 whisper.
26. And all the whispers.
Yes, it is here.
I say in my mind to Anna, this guy is talking out of his arse. And I'm not sure how to proceed.
It's just us in the tunnel, isn't it?
And Wellis.
But us, Wellis, and this fire giant. Is the door
Said delivered on a
Oh, the
plate.
door is
I mean,
not shut.
What I said.
Door behind him is not shut.
Yeah, that's what I feared.
ask him if we can come in.
I mean, we're already in.
Like in.
Wellis looks up at you and says,
Are you satisfied? Do you know how to get back on your own? You might have other questions about the. You might.
Yes,
You might know where your person that you're looking for is.
Certainly. If you have other things that you need to be getting on with, we won't hold you.
Very well. I will go through this one if you don't mind. There's something nearby that I need to do. Fire giant looks down and Liz says, "Of course."
He goes through the door that's
goes through the double doors, and as he leaves, they sort of close behind him. Noises in the background.
I'm not even sure where that's coming from.
Nothing lit up. Anyway, so you're looking for someone.
Yes. Our friend Olrion, he was supposed to be meeting with the Scorch Lord. But we were also supposed to be meeting up with him to be able to find out some information and be able to share it with other people. And we thought the safest place to do that would be here, on this plane, because this was the first place that he was supposed to be going. Obviously, if you haven't heard of him or heard of the Scorch Lord at all,
I have not.
then I don't really know what to do, because I was led to believe that you knew so much about this city and were incredibly intelligent, but unfortunately, you don't seem that useful.
There's Gankin, and you're gonna poke the fucking bear, like.
Self-defense, self-defense.
Thinking, how can I ask this? Ah, fuck it.
Looks at you. Just straight in the eye. His eye is at least twice the size of your head.
Yep.
Just glaring at you.
Obviously, you must have friends that.
My friends are far and few between.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. How many? This may sound like a very strange question. How many other fire giants do you know that are in your situation on this plane?
The ones that work for me work within the city, or
Fire giants that are free.
in the city, a dozen. Outside, colonies exist.
Oh, I was led to believe that you were one of very few people, maybe 2 or 3, that were actually free within the city.
Then whoever gave you information was a liar.
I mean, it's
Other
maybe.
than the giants that are in my service, of course.
I mean, it may have been a misinterpretation on my part.
Perhaps.
There's something that's bugging me, and I can't quite put my finger on it. It might be, and this is maybe a stretch, but it might be the fact that you're not telling me the complete truth.
Everyone roll initiative.
They're just gonna get this out from here.
This is a surprise round, because as you say that, he suddenly pushes off and rushes forward, his shield coming from behind him and coming slamming together in front of him as a wedge as he charges towards you. So I'm going to.
Just curious, what size would a giant be? This giant be? Is he large or huge?
Huge.
Okay.
Based
Can't
on
you-
15 feet or something.
Can't use resilient sphere to capture him then.
No, he's too big.
Mm.
What sort of formation were you guys going to be standing in out of interest?
I mean, I guess I'm near the front.
Have you brought Bink with Jumbo with you?
I mean, yes, he's with me.
I will use Trick for that then. He'll just be in the back. How are you guys positioning yourself when you came in the room?
Asher would have been behind Kelatar just because when that fire giant come through, it's like and Anna would probably be near the back.
Okay.
I'll probably be.
Lyra would probably be close to the front.
Okay.
Cedric would probably be mid back.
I've got this image in my mind of Kelatar standing at the front, and then Lyra and Asher just kind of flanking either side. Just like we are the front of this group. We are standing here like, yeah, motherfuckers.
Foundling, where are you roughly?
I'd have been stood somewhere near the halfling.
He's gone.
Yeah, but wherever he was, I'd have sort of stood near him and then stayed there.
He was quite near the front.
Okay.
Forgive me as I'm going to join into the call. Let's do it from this position, because otherwise you're just going to shot at my stump. Not the most flattering angle.
Damn, that's right.
You guys see that okay?
Yes.
And now. There a way of getting it into
Can just see your toes.
horizontal.
Oh, is it?
There we go. There you are.
Gorgeous.
Just because then it's a bit bigger.
Yeah. Can you position it a little bit more? No, it's fine as it was. Okay, cool. So along this wall is the sort of canal of lava going through. So, 25 to 20 on initiative, please.
24.
28.
28 for Lyra. And 20
That's
for
my
Kelso.
girl.
20
Sorry,
for
no,
Kelso.
26.
Oh,
26, sorry.
in which case you're going last.
20.
20 for Kelso?
20 for fee.
20 for fee.
Damn!
I know. I only get a +1.
Ho, ho, ho. I would have cast Mending so many times.
I'll say that you gave him his healing over the cast of the
Because
night.
I just looked at him and he's currently on 45.
Yeah, I assumed you would have healed him up overnight. Is that 22, 15?
Anna got 20, and Asher got 15.
So there's 3 of you that got 20.
15 for me as well.
Asher and Cedric at 15. Bink isn't there. Okay, 10 to 5. Sorry, 10 to 15 even.
Oh.
10 to 5.
9 for Jumbo.
8 for Foundling.
Oh. Okay, Lirila. This is a surprise round, but you get to go first.
Right.
You just sort of see him start to rush towards you.
Okay. Hang on, sorry. Just trying to find stuff. Right. Bonus action, I will cast Hunter's Mark through the Hunter's Prospect
Okay.
on him. Where am I?
You are here, the brown circle. I will put this white one on you because you are now concentrating.
What is that behind us?
Good, because I can't see a brown circle against the brown
That's fair.
background.
Yeah,
very
that's
well.
the white one. That behind you, those are the crates.
Right.
In fact, I will give you a.
Okay.
I'll give you a quick direction marker. Actually, give me a second. Can you find the condition rings? Where they are?
Yes.
That's north, is it?
Yeah, north is towards the door.
Right.
Please.
I will rush up in front of him,
Okay.
then teleport to the side. I can't teleport to the other side of him, can I?
No, it's 10 feet. Too big. You can get to the
So
side.
I will 10 feet round the side.
Yep.
And I will make 2 attacks, and I believe they're at advantage because he hasn't acted yet, or at least the first one.
Yeah, you get advantage if you attack before that hasn't attacked yet.
Is it both attacks or just the one?
Is this?
Oh no, attack rolls.
Yeah, is this part of
This
the
is the
revised ranger?
yeah. It says on your first turn during combat you have advantage on attack rolls
Okay,
against
so yeah,
creatures that are
then it's both.
both with advantage. So that's gonna miss because I rolled a 3 and a 4 because I'm a spanner.
Okay, that misses.
Come on. Where's my stuff? Yeah, so presumably a 12 misses.
12 misses, yes. You catch against one of his cow catcher-like shields.
Second attack. Better. That's a 22 to hit.
21 hits.
22, I said.
Sorry, 22 hits.
Right, okay.
Still, 22 still hits.
So that's a D8 plus a D6 for Hunter's Mark.
Correct.
That's 12 piercing damage.
12 points of piercing damage. Okay. As you strike into him, the first blade catches on the on one of the shields. Second one comes, or second swing comes across, catches him. He looks down at you and just snarls, and you just feel a burst of heat. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh, I'm terrible at those. That's an unnatural 20.
Natural 20, okay.
Unnatural 20.
Okay, so you succeed. You take 8 points of fire damage, reduced down to 4, as a burst of flames erupts from him. You manage to duck back all the way. You just feel the heat across you.
Okay.
All right. That's the end of your turn. Kalatar, Kafina, and Anna, you are surprised, so it skips past you entirely. Scorch is going to charge forward. So you do get an attack of opportunity if you wish.
Which I will take. This isn't an advantage, is it?
No, because he's taking an action to do this.
That is a 16 to hit.
16 misses. Bounces off the shield. He moves too fast. As he sprints forward, he will go so from there and goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he hits there.
As he enters my space, my sentinel can pop off.
You are surprised you do not have a reaction.
Why not? Okay.
So he's going to keep going through the space, and he will pass through, hitting Cedric, misses Foundling. So I need things to happen. So I need to roll. First of all, there's going to be, as he rushes through, the shield comes through, and he just jabs it off to hit you, Kalatar.
Go for it.
Natural 20. Oh, genuine. It's a nightmare. So I need.
I'm sure it is.
It's not a good day for you. I think I just need.
I love how he tries to kind of
Soften the blow.
soften the blow and make it seem bad, but secretly inside he's very.
Where they gone?
You put them in your crit roll bag, I think.
Yeah, that's the one I've got here, which isn't in.
No, your the first one.
Oh, I see. Thank you.
Seem to remember that's where you put them.
Thank you very much. No. That's where I put them.
Cool.
So. Is 13, 26 plus 8. 34 points of bludgeoning damage. 20 points of fire damage, reduced to 10. And 10 points of piercing damage from the spikes.
Holy cow!
Hit you. Oh, no, sorry. Yeah, 10. As he bashes through you with the shield.
Help, people of the internet.
Then he gets an attack against you, Asher.
Yep.
Passes through. That's not as good. Let's say 21 to hit.
Miss.
Okay, you managed to block the shot. Actually, Kalatar, I also need you to make a strength saving throw.
With my mighty modifier
Yep.
of 1.
You're right next to Asher. You get a +3.
You do.
Okay, so my mighty modifier of 4, that makes 16.
16? No, that fails. So you are knocked prone, and you take.
Oh, son of a.
Take an additional. This isn't doubled.
Well, that's all right then.
Another 11 points of bludgeoning damage as he just cow catches you out the way.
Did you just take 70 points of damage in a turn?
Like you can talk.
65.
No, I'm genuinely impressed.
Pushes Asher out the way, and then makes a hit against Kalatar and Jumbo. Not Kalatar, sorry, against Cedric.
Just keep
Cedric.
pummeling.
Smashed me. I know I pissed him off, but
It's against Cedric and
Pummels the
Jumbo.
what did Jumbo do to him?
He
Rest
got
in
in the way.
peace, Jumbos.
Huh?
Rest in pieces, Jumbo.
Yeah. So against Cedric, that is a 26 to hit.
Yes.
So you take 25 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah. Well, this was a fun campaign, everyone.
15 points of fire damage.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a useful thing.
That's more than half my health.
And 11 points of piercing damage. And I
Okay,
need to make
cool.
a strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw.
Yes.
That is a 18.
18. That fails. So you are also knocked prone and pushed ahead of him. So you take another 17 points of bludgeoning damage.
I went from 70 hit points to 3.
Okay, and Kafina. No, sorry, not Kafina. Jumbo. Stopped just before Kafina. I mean, Jumbo might be smashed here. 32 to
That
hit.
hits. That's what you roll.
19 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Doubled for him because he's
So that's, yeah, okay.
38.
Yeah.
Another 10 of fire. So 48.
Yeah.
And then another 9. Is he gone?
But he's able to make him attack.
As he explodes?
Yes.
Okay.
As a reaction, when he takes bludgeoning damage,
Yes.
he's able to make a shout attack.
Okay.
So he basically just kind of explodes.
All right.
Um,
So Cedric and Kelatar, as he impacts into you, the two of you get pushed as he stops his charge and thrown back to the side. Jumbo whoosh, explodes a shard attack into him, which
23.
Hits.
Right, buddy. I love you, man. 10 points of slashing damage.
10 points of slashing damage. Every little helps. As a shard of glass just whoosh, impacts into him, he pulls the shield apart.
Ah!
Okay, that ends his turn. Cedric, you're not surprised.
Brilliant.
Is he not?
I'm gonna stand up,
Yep.
and I will
Back, so
move to your. I believe your right.
Am I right?
Yeah,
Okay.
away from the other. Yes, correct as far as I can.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm trying to get the fuck out of the way. And then I'm going to try something. Let me just see if I can find this spell. Because he really hurts. Oh crap! Where is it? There we go. I'm going to cast Ray of Enfeeblement.
Okay. What is it? Con save or is it attack roll?
It's an attack roll followed by a con save, I believe.
Gotcha.
Oh no! I'll explain in a second. It is an attack roll first. It does. Ooh, that could be good. Does a 27 hit?
27 hits.
Good. Okay. It doesn't do any damage.
Mhm.
On hit, the target deals only half damage with weapon attacks that use until the spell ends. On the end of each of its turns, it can make a Constitution saving throw. So it guaranteed works until the end of his next turn, and then he has to make a save.
Gotcha. Good to know. So you're concentrating on the ray.
So, just to confirm, so target deals only half damage with weapon attacks that use strength until then. So
only half physical damage or half all damage?
it just says
Whatever the weapon does.
half damage with weapon attacks.
Okay. No, I'll say that takes half of all damage.
I'm just trying to ease what could, fall to 0 a lot of people.
Yeah, no, that's fair. He's actually probably about there.
I don't think I have anything I can do with my bonus action.
Why don't
Hey.
I
Oh,
play
yes. I'm going
characters
to turn invisible.
Okay, you're invisible.
just bite.
Oh, you're invisible. That is the end of your turn. He is going to use 2 legendary actions to cast a spell on himself. As you watch, there are flames race across his body, spreading bright light into this already quite bright room. The flames just sort of wrap around him. That's it. Asher, you are up.
Oh, my characters are about to get their shit pushed in this fucking round. I can feel that. I want Asher to be. Where is it on there? I am that one. Which one's Kelatar?
The yellow one that's lying on the floor.
He's the one. He's up
That
against
one.
the bricks, yeah.
I want to put Asher in the way of Kelatar and it,
Okay.
and then I wish to kick its shit in.
Go for it.
Actions to hit. 23.
23 hits.
This is just one hand.
Oh, no.
13 points of damage, but this apparently doesn't know how to add smite, so let me just get my actual dice out.
You're smiting, are you?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's 13 plus.
Plus 20.
So 33 points of damage. Nice.
That was a second level. And then I'll hit it again.
So after the impact of you managing to duck out of the way, surprisingly, and watching Kalatar and Cedric get thrown against the crate, you come swinging in with your longsword.
Oh, go on, you scut it. It was like spinning on the B, which is the 20. 22.
22 does hit. I will point out, those of you that have shields, you have not got them equipped. Just an FYI.
Yes. Yes.
16 points of damage plus another smite. Ooh, 8. 7. 7. Woohoo!
30 points of damage.
Sorry?
30 points of damage?
Plus 16.
No, you said you did.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
2-7, so yeah.
Right, I'm looking at 2 different maths. It's way harder than what it should be.
Yeah. Cool.
I can't do anything with a bonus action. Yep, that's all good.
All right, that ends your turn. That brings us to it wouldn't be Jumbo.
How do I smite?
I'm gonna Foundling. This would be your surprise has gone because you weren't attacked. Brings us back to the top of the round to Lyra.
Okay. Bonus action, deploy my shield.
Yeah.
Then I will advance towards his back.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. I will make one attack.
Okay.
19.
19 misses.
Okay, then I will teleport 10 feet to the west, I guess.
Hang on, I have to try and do this reverse because north is facing towards me, so it's west this way. So it's the other side of Foundling.
Sorry, I thought the way you put the arrow point was north.
It's north. Oh, that's east, isn't it? Yeah, it's the other. It's the other way. It's inverted to me. The arrow's pointing towards me. That's my right.
Right. Okay.
So I have to
make another attack.
Yep.
That is 26 to hit.
That hits.
Thank God.
That does 14 damage.
14 points of damage. Okay. Anything else?
No, that's move and 2 attacks and bonus action.
Okay. At the end of your turn, he's going to use his last legendary action to swing out with one of the shield and just bash into Asher, but swinging at him with might and fury. No, that's an unnatural 20 to hit. That misses.
Miss.
Actually, what is your armor class when you're not having you don't have your shield out?
Let me check them on the map. 21.
Without the shield?
Oh no, wait. What does the shield add?
2.
21.
What's your armor class at the moment? 23.
23, yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay, then yeah, misses you. All right, that's him. So Kalatar.
I'm going to stand up with tears in my eyes
and glass in your face.
And I am going to hold my hands out and I'm going to cast Animate Object on bits of Jumbo.
Love it.
They are going to rain fury upon him.
Roll your many d10s as you throw bits of Jumbo. I like the image is that there's shards of Jumbo and then this is Jumbo's head, but just.
How many is it? Is it 10?
I think it's 10 small objects or tiny objects.
Sorry, Luke. I have a +2 shield, so that attack would have hit me.
Okay, I will roll damage then.
Yes, 10.
You roll your attacks and let me know what they are. I'm just going to do the Connor first.
Half damage.
I'll give him the total and then we'll half it. All that. Actually, no, I'm going to do it in separate bits. So that is 19 plus 27 points of bludgeoning damage reduced down to 14.
Of bludgeoning, so 14 bludgeoning, yep.
14 bludgeoning. 8 reduced down to 4 fire. Oh, you're resistant to fire anyway.
Yeah, so
2 fire. And then another 1 point of piercing damage.
sweet.
What am I aiming for?
I assume you're aiming for him.
Numbers.
Oh, on class, 21.
21?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's going to be tricky with these things. I think it only gives it a +4 or something.
+8.
It's a +8.
+8.
Okay, so you need to anything above 13. 13 or higher.
No.
Or hit.
No. Okay, so 4 hits, 1 of which is a crit.
Okay, roll damage. So essentially 5 hits. Not that complicated.
Balls.
32.
32 points of damage, nice. The Revenge of Jumbo. As the glass fires out and impacts into him, the head in particular just smashing him across the face. He has now got shards of glass sticking out of various points of him. He does not look happy about it. This is actually something I forgot for those who ended their turn within 5 feet of him, which would be, since the spell was cast, which would be Lyra. From the heat of the flames that are just dancing around him, you take 7 reduced to 4 points of fire damage.
Okay.
I probably should have rolled a con save, see if he's maintains concentration on that. He does.
Is it just Lyra or is it everyone?
You haven't had your. Actually, that's true. Yes, because your turn has passed. So yeah, you would also take 7 since he's cast the spell. Asher hasn't had her. He cast it after Asher went.
So I thought he cast it as a
legendary action. He did. I'm just trying to remember when. It's fine. We'll move on from there. So in which case, Kelatar, anything else you're doing? Your bonus action or movement?
Yeah. I'm going to heal myself by saying ow.
What level? Actually, no, you can't because you cast a spell.
True, good point. In which case, I am doing. No, I'm just going to pat Asher on the back and go get him. I'm going to inspire her and run away.
Which way are you moving? Towards Cedric or away?
Towards Cedric.
Okay.
Why? Why are you drawing the attention my way? I mean, you don't know.
You're invisible.
Yeah, you don't know where I've gone, so.
I'm just running away from him.
I'm assuming you're going to run towards that door because.
Yeah, I'm just going to run for safety. And Asher, you have a D10.
Thanks.
All right, Kafina, you're up.
All right. I'm guessing I'm within melee now, aren't I?
Yeah, you're in his face.
Yeah.
Oh, here.
Yeah. Well, considering I am in his face, why don't I? And by the way, like when I do a line of attack, considering he's 15 foot tall, can I just angle the thing up so I don't shoot it through him to people that are only 5 feet tall behind him? I mean, it's going upwards at his face. I don't, unless someone's standing behind his face, I don't see how the line.
Asher's not there yet.
Yeah, I should give it a chance.
The giant shouldn't be so big. That's his problem.
Yeah, sure, that's fine.
All right, cool.
Or the girth of the line does make a difference. So if it was from that sort of angle, you're going to clear anyway. So.
Yeah. I mean, in the end, with the 15-foot height, as long as no one's within a third of the distance I'm aiming at his face, they wouldn't be.
Bunny hop when you do it. Just jump.
Yeah. Just jump. Right. So yeah, I will do Sunbeam. I will focus one at, and yeah, straight at his face.
That is a 28 saving throw.
So yeah, he will save against that.
He's
Yeah.
strong and built of con. He's like Ash
So-
from Monsters.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, in the end, it's just in case he fails, he goes blind, which is awesome. Plus, it's now perma damage. So yeah, that's going to be 36, but obviously halved radiant damage.
To 18.
18. I will then use my seldom used bonus step of the don't get hit and move 10 feet.
Step of the
thing.
don't get hit.
Yeah.
It's a good move, isn't it?
Yeah, quick question: how tall are these crates here?
The white ones go as high as about maybe 10, 15 feet.
Okay,
the
so
other ones
pretty
on top
tall.
of it are
Right.
a bit smaller.
Because what I'm going to then use my movement for is to run around them. I know it's a dangerous as fuck little spot corridor to run down in between crates and lava.
Isn't
But
they saying a crate between a crate and a pool of lava? That's what they're saying. This goes right.
yeah, that's a new one, or old one. Who cares? But yeah, I'm going to use my 25 feet of movement to get as far into that little nook as I can.
The heat that is bursting out of that lava is almost intolerable. I need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Would I have guessed that before I ran there?
But the fact that lava is hot.
Yeah, I mean, well, if I realized
I
standing
think
that close
you would have realised it probably about there.
right, well then can I divert and start, I guess, running the opposite direction?
Well, away from him. Well, back towards.
I mean, it's not like I've got much other options. If I tried going the other way, I wouldn't get very far, and you're all kind of over that side. I'm hoping.
Yeah, everyone just runs that way. Let's sort of go, I think we should take our beating over there.
I'm still going to say make a Constitution saving throw because you got into such a wall of heat within the lava.
Okay.
Okay.
Easy peasy. 18 plus 6, 24.
Okay. You managed to stop in time and managed to maintain concentration. There's just sort of that wall of heat hits you and it dries out the inside of your mouth and lungs. You have to take a second to get away.
Fair enough.
That is your turn, Anna.
Anna is
Go
Anna's the little red disc, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Man, I bet you all thought that she was going to do some healing.
You do you. Cedric is going to hope that she will do some healing.
Anna's going to hope that she doesn't get wiped in one hit. Yeah, she's going to use her 6th level and use her otherworldly form.
Okay. Remind me, this is a UA spell, isn't it? It's always...
It is, yeah. I'm immune to fire.
Okay.
I have a flight speed of 40.
Okay.
I get a +2 to my AC. My weapon attacks are magical.
Mm-hmm.
And I can use strength or dexterity for them, and I can attack twice.
Okay.
And then I'm going to proceed to try and push his face in.
Well, that's your action to cast, isn't it?
I want to fly up into his
Remington
eye line. So yeah, like where Asher is, but like with the square to your right.
One elevate. Actually, no, that'll do. That'll do for what we need.
Move her north 2 squares. There you go.
There.
Yeah, body blocking big time for the other guys.
Okay. All right. That brings us to his turn. He is going to swing one of his shields at Asher.
Yep.
He's going to swing one at Anna, and he's going to swing it at Lyra. So Asher first is a 31 to hit.
I'll do it.
Ow. Piss poor. Bludgeoning damage. This is going to be all halved anyway because of Cedric. So that is.
I think that might just be my job this fight.
Yeah, 9 plus
Half
8,
full damage.
17 bludgeoning reduced down to 9.
17 to 9, yeah.
Only 8, sorry, 8.
8, these points might matter, so yeah.
Fire damage is 9, half 5 down to 3. 3 points of fire damage.
Yeah.
And 8 points of piercing damage reduced down to 4 against Anna is a 32 to hit.
The 32 will hit, but Ash is going to lash out with Sentinel.
Okay. So roll to hit.
Yeah. That is... Oh, that could hit. 25.
25 hits.
For 14 and a smite of 6 and 8. So 14 on top of the 14 as well, so 28
28.
points.
Okay.
And he can't move.
No, he can. It's only if it's a. You can make an attack. Basically, it's the wording of it is really weird. So basically, as a sentinel, you can make an attack of opportunity if someone is attacked by us. But your thing that cripples him from moving is when he moves, essentially.
Oh, okay.
They're two slightly separate reactions.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, then he hits Anna.
So Anna damage is 23 down to 12 of bludgeoning.
She's immune to fire.
Yes, she doesn't take the fire damage, and the piercing is 8 down to 4.
I have to make a con save on both. Is that part of the same hit?
Yeah, it's all the same hit.
Okay.
So CC is, I think, 13.
13. I am Warcaster as well.
If you only took 16 damage, it would be 10, wouldn't
It
it?
was a 16 total, my apologies. In which
I
case,
got a 17. So
yeah, you're fine. And then against Lyra is a 31 to hit.
Yeah.
20 down to 10, bludgeoning. 14 down to 7 of fire.
Is the 7 fire halved because of Cedric?
Yes, it is. In which case, actually, it's 4 points of fire damage.
Right?
Because you're
14.
resistance.
and your resistance to the armor as well.
And another 7 reduced down to 4 of piercing.
So 18 total.
Yeah.
But I'll do a concentration check for the
These.
Hunter's Mark.
These are much happier numbers than the
That is
67
what,
I got hit with.
unnatural 20.
Okay, you're fine. That is he makes a con save, yes?
Yes, he does make a con save at the end of his turn.
No, natural 1.
Oh, this could
We'll
come
use
in
a
handy.
legendary resistance to resist it.
Ah, that's right.
Okay.
I'll eat through them. It's fine. I can eat
We
through
can
them.
use him up. We can use him up.
Yeah.
That ends his turn. Cedric, your turn.
Yeah.
Actually, no. At the
Hit
end
him
of his
again!
turn- Sorry. At the end of his turn, he is going to shout out, "Aid your master!" in
Oh,
ignorant.
we don't
Which-
need more things to fight, Luke. We're dying.
Yeah, so Kafina and Kalatar understand it. Cedric.
Okay. I mean, I will do it again because I think I need to. I was hoping to do something a little bit more.
Oh, you're helping the front line a lot.
Yes. So
a lot.
okay. I just need to hit him.
Should be too difficult. He's only just got a massive AC.
Sorry, I got a +9 to the attack roll. So does a 23 hit?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Good. I will.
21's the magic number, I think.
Another ray of enfeeblement. That is my action. I don't think I have anything to do with my bonus action anymore. Let me just.
Oh, Ross, you get out blaster and you start blasting with it.
Yeah. No, I just say pew pew. I will move though.
Okay. You are now visible.
Yes, I am. I'll keep moving towards that wall, a bit further up.
Which way? Towards me?
Yes.
There?
Can I go one more?
Sure.
Then yes, thank you. I am good.
Okay.
Still on 3 hit points, by the way. I'm just making it very aware that as Cedric reappears, he looks like he's on death's door.
Is Ray of Enfeeblement concentration?
It is a concentration spell.
Okay. As you reappear, he is going to use 2 of his legendary actions to cast Firebolt.
Is this as I reappear, Or is this after I cast the spell?
This is at the end of your turn, so it's a legendary action.
Okay, I am just checking the turn
You
order
are
on that.
visible. You are visible.
I've got to play every angle I can, Luke.
Yeah, it's disadvantaged because everyone's in melee with him. So that is he's not a good shot with his spell casting. 22.
I mean, yes, that's still going to hit Luke. 22
you're-
hits me.
You're 1 square out of Anna's reaction range.
Sorry.
He is 1 square out of the 30-foot radius for Anna to save. Oh, wait, no, I'm not. Oh, that was from Asher. 20, 25. You're exactly in range.
So that is 17 points of fire damage.
Okay.
Anna's going to absorb all of that.
I would have gone unconscious, but I shall no longer go unconscious.
Doesn't Anna's ability mean that the person who takes the
I
damage
think you have
saving
to
has to take
one.
1?
I think you have
Yes.
to take 1.
So
Okay.
Cedric, take 1 point of fire damage.
I want 2 hit points.
Anna's divine radiance sort of wrap around you and absorb from you. She looks up.
Anna takes no damage.
Yes, that's right. Asher, your turn.
Oh, welp. Swing. She's going to drop the shield
Okay.
and just swing.
You didn't have the shield in the first place, did you?
No.
Yeah, but dramatic effect, Luke. Come on.
You take the shield off your back and drop it.
23.
Okay. So 2-handed swing, yes?
Yeah, and I got max damage. And then a smite. 2. 28 points of damage.
What did you roll to hit?
To hit 23.
Okay, yeah, fine. So 28, did you say damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
And to swing again. 20. I think it misses. Oh, no, wait. I got a D10. Thank you, Kalata. Fucking, what a waste. A 30. I rolled a 10. And then I'll smack them all. It's 15 damage. And another one. 8. 3.
What level smite are you hitting with?
First.
Okay. Yeah, it is 2d8 for
Yeah, 2d8. Yeah. I've
Okay.
run out of seconds. I used them in the first round.
There. How much damage total?
15 plus 11, so
26.
26. Yeah.
Okay.
That is all she can do.
Alrighty. As a reaction from you doing that, he's going to use his hellish rebuke on you. So I need to make a dex save, please.
Yeah, can do that. Piece of piss. Wish I hadn't used the D10 then. Go to this. Go to saves. Whew, +1. Yeah, boy. Does a 16 make it?
No, it does not. You take 26 points of fire damage.
26.
Down
Is
to
that how much?
13. Down to 13.
I was going to say.
I rolled stupidly high.
I was thinking, what, that's hard.
So you're not concentrating on anything, are you?
No, but I have to roll a D20.
Yes, you do.
Oh
Long-
god.
That's right, I got an 18.
Yeah, you're fine.
It's only on a 1, it explodes, it's fine.
Yeah. That's when it's a problem.
Which
Okay.
wouldn't be a good thing for him, because there's a lot of diamonds in this, not just fire rifles.
Yeah, it's a lot of radiant, but it would emulate everyone else. Okay, so
Yeah.
end of the turn there.
What TPK?
You watch Kafina and Cedric, you see climbing out of the lava pools, a fire elemental each.
Oh, for God's sakes. I was kind of hoping they'd come through the doors. And that's why I moved further away from the doors. And then they're right behind me in the lava.
Okay, so against Kafina, it's going to make 2 attack attacks.
I mean, I'm going down now.
That's a 12 to hit Kafina.
Shield.
Intelligence save, please.
Good point. Good point.
Check, rather.
Yeah, fine.
Okay, so your AC is now 17. That is a 25 to hit, though, this time.
Yeah, well, my AC is not 17. I usually have 11, so it's only 15.
So that is 10 points of fire damage, and you're now on fire.
Damn.
I'm just going to put this black ring on you so I know that you're crispy. Con save as well to maintain concentration on Sunbeam.
Oh, yeah. And easy done.
Okay. Against Cedric for 2 attacks are Piss Poor, a 9
No, that doesn't hit.
and an 11.
That also doesn't hit.
He's still alive.
Oh.
Long live the 2 hit points.
That ends. Their turn. Oh, sorry, actually, I forgot about this. You take you took 2 points of fire damage from being close to him whilst he's on fire.
Okay.
I just need to check whether he's still. Yeah, he's fine. He's got con for days. That ends the fire elemental turns. Foundling, you're into the fight.
Time to wake up. Okay, I'm going to move round to the north side of him.
Okay.
And I guess I'll make some attacks.
Go for it.
22 on the first one.
Hit.
For 11 bludgeoning damage. And I'm not sure there's much point because he's got con for days, but can he make a con save for stunning strike?
His con for days gives him a 32.
Yeah, that succeeds. I don't think I'll bother with that again.
I mean, he failed a con save on the Raven Feebleman.
Well, no, that was a 1.
Second
Fail.
con for strike is a 24 to hit.
24 hits? Yeah, but Foundling's DC is lower than Cedric's. Foundling's not got a lot of wisdom.
I think this is one or bust, mate, if I'm completely honest.
Yeah, so that's 10 points of bludgeoning.
Number of bludgeoning, okay.
And then a flurry of blows.
Flurry of blow.
Flurry of hose.
Oh, crit.
That, yes.
Yeah.
I'm slightly worried.
Why?
Tom hasn't rolled a 1 yet.
Oh, I'm sure it's coming.
They're coming. Yeah, they're in
I
the
mean,
bank.
one of those damage dice was a 1. So that's 12 bludgeoning. And let's see if he's dexterous full. Can he make a dex save or be knocked prone?
Dexterous fall.
That is a 23.
Okay, pretty dexterous full. That succeeds. And final flurry of blows.
You
20.
can't push him because he's too big, isn't he?
Sorry?
You can't push him because he's too big.
There's no size limit if I.
Oh, nice.
But it's a strength save to push him. I suspect strength for days.
Might be okay.
But that's another 9 points of bludgeoning,
Okay.
and he now cannot take reactions till the end of my next turn.
Okay, good to know. Okay, at the end of his turn, are you staying where you are or are you moving?
I'm staying where I am.
Okay, you take 10 points of fire damage from the Investiture of Flame. Which actually draw con save to see if he maintains. Yes. 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 Yes.
On for days.
On for days. Lyra.
Okay.
Sorry.
I'm
Yeah,
next
no,
foundling
You are.
currently, right?
Mhm.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm going to walk 15. No, sorry. Bonus action. I will activate Planar Warrior.
Okay.
I walk 15 feet west, so that's to your right.
Okay. How far are you going, sorry? 15 feet.
15 feet. 5,
Okay.
10. One more is 15 feet.
Yes.
And then I will teleport 10 feet the same direction,
Okay, so you're in with the fire elemental.
in with that fire elemental.
Yes.
I will make my first attack against that one.
Okay.
Does a 17 hit?
Everything does hit.
Okay, so that is 3d8 damage.
Yep.
Oh, nice. 10, 16, that's...
3d8.
Sorry?
Does Planar Warrior do 2d8 now at this level?
From level 11, yes.
Nice.
So that is 22 force damage.
2 points of force damage to the fire elemental. You, as you make the strike, feel the heat, the flames lick up your armor. You take 2 points of fire damage. So that's already rounded down.
Already rounded down, okay.
Yeah, just 2. So technically, con save for Hunter's Mark, but let's be honest. Any damage?
It could happen.
Yeah. Sometimes with small rolling, it's inevitable.
It's an 11 on the dice, so
Sure.
that's 13.
You're fine.
Okay. I think I'm going to be risking an attack of opportunity here, but let's do it anyway. I'll walk 15 feet back away the way I came.
Okay, he will make an attack of opportunity on you, which is a 22 to hit.
Oh, just.
So you get back to there. So he does a touch attack on you, which is 14 points of fire damage.
Is that already rounded down?
No, that's down to 7. And you are on fire. And fallen over.
And fallen over?
Well, I mean, you're fell out your base.
Sorry, was that the fire elemental that did that?
Yes.
Right.
That.
Doesn't really seem.
Oh, that's a crit. Sorry, I'm using one of the critical roll dice, and the 20 symbol looks like a 1, but it's not.
What's this for you're doing?
I think it's Ashley's.
No. Sorry, what is it you're rolling for?
Sorry, that's the concentration check for Hunter's Mark.
Gotcha.
The white one.
Yeah, one of the white ones.
Yeah.
That's.
Anyway, yes.
I was worried there for a moment.
Concentration.
Yeah. I will teleport another 10 feet, so I'm back in melee with with the big guy. And make a second attack.
Yep.
That is 20 unnatural.
That misses, unfortunately.
Damn it.
Can't get through the armor of his boots.
And although I've made an attack against 2 different people, I can't get to the third one to make a third attack, so
Correct.
I will have to leave it there.
And as you're in melee with him, you take 7 down to 4 points of fire damage. From the Investiture of Flame.
Do I take damage from being on fire at the end of my turn?
Start your turn.
Start of my turn. Okay.
So that brings us to where am I managed to order? Kelter. Actually, no, sorry. Before he goes, he is going to use his last legendary action to make a swing at the flying cleric and is going to belt Anna. And that's a crit, so that'll do it.
That's fine.
But it is still halved, isn't it? Because of.
It is.
Yes. Thank God.
18, 20, 26 down to 13.
Yep.
Immune to the fire, so the piercing damage is 12 plus 5, 17. 17 reduced down to 8.
Okay.
No, 9.
One more.
Yeah.
Okay. Can Asher belt him back?
Asher has used her reaction since, I believe.
Did I? Don't think I have.
Oh, no, you haven't. Yeah, you've had your turn.
Oh, I've had my turn since then.
Yes, you can.
I will attempt to, and I got a 20. Never mind.
Okay, misses. Kelter. You may go now. After.
I'm able to cast another spell as long as it's not a concentration spell, right?
Yes.
While I'm concentrating on animate objects.
Yes.
Cool. I'm going to look at him and say, it's in your best interest not to attack any of us.
Okay.
And then I'm going to hit him with.
Is that a bonus action to cast? Or to make the attacks?
As a bonus action. Okay. It says in the thing.
I thought I was just checking that one of them was a bonus action.
Yeah, as a bonus action, I can command anything that I've created to hit something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right. I have 13. No. 6 hit.
6 hits. Yeah. Oh dear.
Lunk, 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 lunk.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 6 times 4.
6 times 4, 24.
There you go.
Okay, so again, more shards of glass fire out and impact into him. That is Kalatar done as the incorporeal sword appears above his head. And Kafina. At the start of your turn, because you're on fire, you take 10 points of fire damage.
Cool.
And you make a con save.
Very cool. Yeah, easy. Right. Use my main action to sunbeam.
Currently need to know a number of the con save. What was it?
13 plus 6.
Okay, fine.
So
Yeah, you need to at least tell me what it is rather than just go easy and then ignore it.
sorry, yeah, 13 plus 6.
Cool.
Sorry. Yeah, main action, sunbeam to the face of the guy hurting me.
Fire elemental.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, I'm not going to turn my back on him and start focusing on someone that isn't attacking me.
That is a 22. So it's not blind, but it is going to take damage.
That sucker. Sucky suck suck. So sorry, I got to roll the damage for that.
Eating.
I
have also been
20. Wait, yeah, d8s. Yeah. 27 radiant, so halved, obviously. Sucks. Sucky suck. Do I, before I take any other actions, do I know any, like, I've conjured elementals before. What's my understanding of what their attack patterns would be? Such as if I moved further away than my friends from him, would he go after them instead of me?
Make an intelligence check.
Roll a 1. There we go. 7 plus, well, I mean, in my intelligence mod is 4, so 11.
They are living creatures. Living creatures do different things. They're not all tarred with the same brush. They don't have the same tactics. That's the ones that you summoned but did what you told them to do. These ones probably won't do what you tell them to do.
No, yeah. I was just hoping because she's summoned elementals before that she might have an inkling to what their strategies are like. But I was just hoping, you know, I'm currently facing down my death. I was looking for a useful way out. I will just quicken a mirror image and run the fuck away from it.
Okay, opportunity. First of all, mirror image. That's a 5, so that hits you.
Every time. Amazing that 1 in 4 chance happens multiple times in a row.
I know, right? Probability sucks. 25 to hit you.
Which, of course, it does.
7 plus 10 points of fire damage. And another save, please.
Yep. 13 again, so okay. 19.
You're still on fire, but
yeah,
you've had worse days.
You're on fire more now.
Yeah.
More.
Sorry, can you run me away 25 feet I can move?
There you are. On fire.
Anna is gonna smack him twice.
Okay.
Where's the action?
Does the spell gives her an extra attack, does it?
Yeah, I get 2 attacks, yeah.
Okay. It's a really powerful spell for a 6th level.
Yeah. First attack misses.
What's that, Ross?
I was going to say, why is our dedicated healer not healing me?
The other one's on its way. Wait your goddamn turn. The other one's a 21.
21 hits. What was the first one? Sorry, I missed it.
It missed.
Oh, okay, fine.
Massively.
Yeah, 21 just hits.
So it is 14 points of damage.
Points of damage. Right.
Yep, and that's with a bonus action. Will healing word.
What level?
5th to Cedric.
Mm-hmm.
Which is lots of d4s. 5d4 plus 4. You get 19 points of healing.
It's actually pretty good. I think I might still go down, like, maybe there's potential I'll still go down straight away, but at least it's not going to be someone breathing on me.
Yep, that's her turn.
Thank you very much.
Brings us to his turn. He's going to look around and see you all scattered out and just go, enough of this. And he's going to cast Firestorm.
Oh.
So,
Counterspell.
okay, roll for it. First of all, roll your Arcana check to see whether or not you can do it.
17 plus, what's my mark again? 8, so 25.
Okay, so you cast Counterspell. First of all, what level are you casting it at?
Oh, I was probably 4th. 4th is my favorite for Counterspell because it's less blow-up options for it.
Okay, then roll a Charisma check.
Okay. 12 plus, what, just straight Charisma?
Yes.
12 plus 4, 16.
Firestorm is a 7th level spell. It does not work.
Yeah, okay.
So, 1, 2, he's going to position it. So 1, 2, 3. He has to hit himself. 4, 5,
Cares, does
6,
it?
7, 8, 9, 10. Just gets everyone. Only just.
Can you do you have that 30-meter radius ring?
You got one down the map?
Can you center it on Anna?
Yep. Actually, Cedric is out of range of Anna.
Did you say it's 30 feet?
Yeah.
30 feet radius.
Radius?
Yeah.
And that's 20.
Oh, it is a 20 foot.
That's a 20
it is
foot
20
circle.
So that is.
So yeah, it will hit.
Hang on.
It should hit Cedric.
Could hit Cedric, and I can
Just.
Yeah, that's only 15-foot radius. You need to double that.
It's 20,
That
but
was
yeah.
20 foot, but yeah.
So I can get Cedric. Who's yellow?
Meg.
I get yellow. I don't think I can hit Kafina though.
No, Kafina's out of your range.
Yeah.
So I need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw apart from Anna.
He takes 45 points of damage from my Sword of Fate.
Okay.
Ooh, that's good.
I was like, I was waiting for it, and you said, "Here you go." Okay.
Hang on, I'll get to you in a second.
Sorry, deck save.
Dex save.
Yeah. Oh, I get advantage. I can see it. I can see it, right?
You can see it, yes. As fire rains down from the sky.
Okay. Up. I feel mildly terrified.
I think it's going to be enough. Wait. Oh no. You know, I'm probably going to die anyway, though, aren't I? Is it worth me using my D10, guys? Come on, anything.
Oh, thank you for reminding me. God help me.
Sorry, what was the effect from Anna?
I'm measuring to see. Anna's going to try and absorb all this.
So, dex saves. Kalatar.
7.
Fail. 49 points of fire damage. Cedric?
25.
26. I use my D10.
Okay. You take 25 points of fire damage.
Do I still go down? Yes, I do. God damn it!
Hold on.
You
Asher might do a thing.
Hang on, yeah.
Hold on. Let me go through.
I'm letting you resolve it, and then.
Lyra?
24.
So 25 points of fire damage reduced down to 13. Kafina?
Thank you, Ross. I actually rolled a 10 on that 10, so I got 25.
So 25 points of fire damage. Asher?
Got an 18?
18. Fail.
Oh, I'm so glad I used my D10 now.
So that's 40. That's 49 reduced down to 25. And Foundling?
26.
You take no damage.
Yeah.
Anna will absorb everything bar the 1 point everyone has to take.
Okay.
That's the last time she can do that. Please don't be near that again.
We're not trying to be.
Okay.
So you only take 1 point.
You take 1 point of damage.
So as the flames come pouring down on you, Anna suddenly grabs onto a holy symbol and just wraps it around herself. You just feel a suction around you, those that are particularly closest to you. The flames pulling back. What's up, Tom?
I rolled a concentration check for the 1 point of fire damage I took, and again critted on it.
Okay. But you just feel as the suction of heat pulls away from each of you, and Anna sort of just manages to hold on. Connor?
The Helm of Brilliance got a 10 as
So,
well.
hold on.
so
So, Connor, who are you affecting with this?
I can get everyone bar Kafina.
So,
Oh, okay.
you take your 25.
Yeah, fine.
Everyone else takes 1.
Connor,
Yeah?
I love you, babe.
Yeah. Yeah, please kill him now.
Did you roll your con save?
Yeah, 10 on the dice.
Okay,
13.
So, what are you concentrating on? Or is that
I am concentrating on
Enfeeblement.
Yeah, ray of enfeeblement.
Yes, that's right. 'cause he's
What do I need to get on that?
10.
I got an 11, so it was closer than I would have liked it. I rolled a 9.
Fuck's sake. All right, fine. Drake, you're up.
Oh, okay. I will move away from this thing next to me. I think it's already used its reaction.
Yeah, that's used its reaction. Yes, you're right. Lyra. Where are you going?
Thank you, Lyra. I will run.
You're welcome. That was actually calculated.
Good, good.
Where are you going?
I'll go towards Lyra.
So
I will try and move. I think I can move like diagonally, like almost sort of 15 feet from her or something like that.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Can I bring it a bit closer?
6.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. All these rings.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get a little bit. Did he try and make a save at the end of his turn?
Oh, he did not. Thank you.
Can you? Because that makes the decision on my turn.
That is a 18.
What is my save?
Probably 17.
It makes it. It is 17. Yeah, it makes it.
Okay. Oh, one thing he was going to do. Yeah, okay.
Okay, if he makes that, oh shit, I don't really want to. You know what? I've got some hit points now. I'm sure nothing bad will happen to me. I'm gonna try do it. I'm gonna do it again.
Go for it. Make an attack
I'm
roll.
gonna try ray of enfeeblement.
Your attack roll.
Here we go. Whee, this might be good. 22.
Hits.
Just.
Okay, that's all my level 2 slots gone now.
Tell me about it, mate.
Yeah, I don't have any bonus actions, so I will just stand where I am, I guess, and pray.
Okay. He is going to use one of his legendary actions to strike Anna from the sky.
Yeah, that might thought that was going to happen at some point.
That is a 32 to hit.
Oh, really? Because when you said 22, it was going to miss.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you just added an extra 10 to it. So, yeah, that pushes.
Arbitrary 10.
Yeah.
For absorbing my fucking bias.
Yeah, well, you know.
That is 20 points of bludgeoning damage, reduced by half, 10, and another 6 down to 3 of piercing damage.
Okay.
I think I'm going to have some strongly worded feedback to Wizard of the Coast for this UA of. Because, damn, that's powerful.
I think
it's going to go away.
I think we're dead otherwise, though. So.
I mean, yeah, that's fair. Aaron, that's his legendary action. Did you roll a con save to maintain concentration on your spell?
I will do that now.
I mean, you just need to beat a 10. Asher's up next.
Ooh, lucky I have Warcaster because I rolled a 1 and then a 19.
Yeah, you're fine. Asher.
Asher is going to do Asher things. And swing with the last 2 smites.
Last 2 smite slots.
Yeah, the last 2 smite slots. Actions. Hit. Oh, that will hit. 28 to hit.
Yep.
Dealing 26 points of damage.
26 points of damage. Okay.
Second hit, 21.
Yes.
Dealing 29 points of damage.
How would Asher like to kill him?
Oh,
Oh,
Jesus. He is one tough cookie, and I will respect that. So the first stab, I want to go through the side of, like, can I reach his knee?
Yeah. If you want to
Yeah.
like one hand climb up and stab him.
Like, just to, like, stab it through the knee, and then as he drops onto, like, that one knee, then just lop off the head.
Yeah. So as you take the sword and you jab it into the knee, using it as a lever to pull yourself up. As he falls to bend it and sort of try and swat at you, you jump up and take the long sword and try and cut through. Also, make a strength check to see how well you can cut through his.
Yeah,
big
sure.
neck.
This should be fairly cool.
Yeah, it's got a big head. The sword's not long enough to get.
Strength check, yeah?
Yes.
His eyes the size of my head.
Okay. 24.
24. Okay. You take it. You cut. You cut through his trachea.
Yeah,
you
I'll,
got
I'll,
all
I'll
the-
happily take that. Yeah, I didn't realize. Yeah, he's fucking huge, so cutting
Yeah.
his head off is going to be a bit of a problem.
Yeah. So you slice through it. There's just a pour of fire and blood that just pours onto you. It's like burning acid. It doesn't hurt you, but it is fucking awful as he falls dead.
Oh, Jesus. That was a scary guy.
Mhm.
Like, that was
We're
a
not
lot
out
of
of the
damage.
woods yet.
Yeah, but there's not
We're
a
not-
fire giant.
Still want to elementals. Anything else, Asher?
Can I now? Where's the battle cam? So that is one, and that is one. Can I try and intercept the one that's chasing after Fee? I got 50 feet of movement.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll go after that one.
All right. It's the fire elemental's turns. That one is going to. Its first target was probably first Cedric. Guys did things that weakened the master. So that is unnatural 20 and a 22 to hit.
Both hit.
14 plus 6, 20 points of fire damage, and you're on fire.
I'm unconscious.
Oh no.
I have exactly 20 health.
Oh. So that goes, but you are on fire. And broke.
I don't need to concentrate anymore. I've done my job here.
Oh, mate, that fucking ray of enfeeblement. It's
It was such a good spell.
I literally bought it because I'm like, we're gonna be fighting big things. So I'm like, right, I'm gonna just make sure I have this available. I didn't get to use it last fight.
Asher, against you, 2 touch attacks. No, not with a 9. 25?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Even with Asher,
Without a shield, yeah.
10 points of fire damage, and you're on fire.
5 points, yeah.
5 points of fire damage, and you're on fire.
I'm nearly out of triple figures, guys.
All right, that ends their turn. Foundling.
Boo.
slap you for comments.
I thought it'd hit harder.
Got 13 freaking health, man. Like, go away.
Oh, man, shut up! I'm on 103. I'm crippled.
I remember those
Okay.
next-
I'm going to run across and be at the northeast corner of the environmental that's in the southeast of the map,
There. Oh,
No.
the other one, sorry, northeast. That one.
and the other side, east. Hey, there we go.
You do feel the heat from the lava as you rush up there, but does sort of wash over you. But you're not concentrating on anything, so you're okay.
Okay, first on fur.
Yep.
Does a 19 hit
19 does hit.
or 11 bludgeoning and a stunning strike?
You also take 7 points of fire damage as you punch into it. How much was it? Sorry? 9 or 11?
11.
Okay, thank you. Just as the flames lick up your
So
arms.
you said 7 points of fire, did you?
Yes. And a
Okay.
con save, sorry.
One save for stunning strike.
18.
Succeeds.
Yep.
Okay. Second Tonfer.
A living fire can be stunned.
Oh,
Yes.
that's a 27 to hit, so it can be Tonfered again.
Yep. That's another 2 points of fire damage to you.
Okay. But that's 12 points of bludgeoning to it. You know what? I'll try and stun it again.
Another 12. Nope, that's a 5. It is stunned.
Hooray! So I get to do my unarmed strikes at advantage.
Correct. And these are magical because you're that high level monk.
Yep. So yeah, 27 is going to hit.
Might do. Maybe.
Pitiful 6 damage.
Oh, okay.
And I'm going to knock it prone.
It cannot be knocked prone.
Okay. It can't take reactions then, just for the hell of it.
That'll be on the next attack. You would have known that it couldn't be knocked prone until you tried to knock it prone.
Okay, next attack, I'm doing something different anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, with a 30 to hit, I'm doing whatever the hell I like.
Yeah, you are.
Which is 10 points of bludgeoning damage and sending it flying 15 feet backwards into the crates. Just to be cool.
Please be full of black powder.
So as you bring the hands around, you thrust it forward, and you just watch the flame just floats backwards, unmoving, but just sort of the flames itself wrap back and recoalesce, floating near the boxes.
Yeah, and then I'll go 2 spaces northwest to be away from the lava.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Lyra.
I'm on fire. I need to take some damage.
You do need to take some damage. That is 1 point of fire damage. It's still a con save. Unsmart.
That's still going?
Yeah. Even when the creature dies, Unsmart hangs around and can be moved across another creature.
That is 21.
Yeah.
Sorry. No, unnatural 20.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I will bonus action transfer my hunter's mark onto the northwest fire elemental. Yeah.
Okay. I go there.
It's an action to put myself out, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Okay. I will just rush up to him and make 2 attacks.
Alrighty. You run past Burning Cedric.
I feel like I'm standing next to Burning Cedric and trying to draw attention away from him.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. That's a 19 on the dice, which is a crit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
So,
you do take 2 points of fire damage, though. That is rounded down, just for once you made your hit, though. So all your damage.
So he takes 66 and no 68 and 2d6.
68.
Yes,
Okay,
1
Flame
from the
Warrior's still
rapier,
going.
2 from the
Yeah,
Flame
yeah.
Warrior, doubled.
Yes, Flame Warrior is still going. Yeah, 68 and 2d6.
I only have 5d8.
Well, then you don't get it when you roll the 68. You make do with what you got.
That's pitiful. That's better. That's 31 force damage.
Yeah, that'll hurt. Just ripping through, you just watch as it scatters some of the flames before it.
And that was, sorry, that was 2 points of fire damage, did you say?
Yes. do 31 points of fire damage. And I take 2, did you say? So technically, a con save on the Hunter's Mark. I'm not concerned about this, but
18 on the dice.
you're fine.
Second attack.
Yep.
That's a 21 to hit.
Yep.
So 1d6, 1d8. Uh, 10 points of piercing damage, magical piercing damage.
10 points of piercing damage. Okay, and you take 1 point of fire damage. I rolled a 1.
Oh, I think I've lost Hunter's Mark.
What did you roll?
5 plus 2.
Yeah, Hunter's Mark. Fades. No, I'll leave it there. It's fine, we know where it is. Cool. All right. Kelotar.
Okay, I'm going to move into a position where I can see Cedric.
You can see him from where you are.
Can I see the fire elemental that's currently in cupboard or in the boxes?
Not from where you are, no.
Okay, I will move to where I can see him.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can get there. You can see everything.
Cool. I will instruct my tiny objects to fly to that elemental. As an action, I'm going to cast Healing Word.
Okay.
On Cedric.
Okay.
I will do it at 6th level.
Okay.
As I look for it on my thing. Here it is.
So 64.
I decided to roll it on here just to see what happens. Why is it not coming up on my screen? 24 points of healing, Cedric.
Nice.
Okay, and then yeah, I'm going to attack with all my tiny objects. What is the AC I'm aiming for?
13.
13?
Yeah.
2,
So you need to beat a
6,
5.
7, 8, 9. A 5.
5 or higher, and you'll hit these fuckers.
1 misses.
On a 4. Jumbo's left pectoral misses. Yet again. He skipped chest day.
Never skip chest day. 8, 11, 12, 16.
Actually, technically all those attacks had advantage because that's stunned.
I will roll again.
Just realised.
I'd say roll one of them separately so you know that you're rolling for the one that missed, and then roll all the others for crit chances.
Yeah.
The one for the miss was a natural 20.
Hey! That's a crit chance. I should have got the other way around.
No other crits.
Okay, fine. So you hit him 11 times. You hit him 11 times.
You got 10 people. Out.
Well, then you lose it.
Got 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 16, 19.
Athena, you're on next.
21, 24, 26,
If it's
28.
if it's still alive.
Plus 40.
68. So close.
I mean, but I like to imagine that as the glass fires through this fire elemental, it just forms into a molten ball and then traps it into this little lump of dead elemental. Yeah, that guy is so dead.
But you now have a fire elemental Pokeball. Just throw it when we get to another night.
Elemental, I choose you.
All right, Athena.
Just throw the multiple blasts on someone's face.
Can you move me northwest so that I have a straight line to the remaining fire elemental? Oh, do you want to do the fire damage first?
Yes, I do. Wrong dice. That's better. 10 points of fire damage.
Amazing. It's been 10 every time.
I mean, the second time that this has happened.
Oh, okay. It's just his melee attack did 10 before.
Melee attack happened to have
Oh,
been.
camera's gone.
Yeah, I know. The battery's running. Gonna run low.
Yeah.
It's all right. We're almost at the end.
Well, I was. Yeah. All right. Main action. Sunbeam.
What was your con save, Barney?
Sorry.
Con save?
Oh right. Sorry. Yeah. Thank you. That's why I was asking for the damage. Oh, just made it. 4 + 6.
Yeah, just succeeds.
Right. So yeah. Sunbeam.
Okay.
DC 16 con save.
16 just makes it.
Ooh, all right. So let's roll for that. 30.
Down to 15.
Yeah.
He's looking unhappy.
And I will use my bonus action to use a potion of greater healing.
Okay, 4d4 + 4.
And 13.
Anna.
Anna would like to. She can fly over and just get a smack that guy.
Go for it.
Actions tab. Mace to the face. That is a 22 to hit.
Hits easily.
So that is 14 points of damage.
That's exactly how many hit points it has left. So you come flying down, swinging the mace whilst immune to flames, and just bat it right through the head, and it dissipates completely. Okay. Anything else you're doing on your turn?
No, that is all.
At the end of your turn, the slightly smouldering body of what you now know to be the Scorch Lord just starts to crumble slightly. You just watch as there's this pulsing red crystal contained within his chest cavity that pushes out and rises up, just giving off this eerie red glowing light before it then explodes, sending a wave of fire out from it. I need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw, apart from Hannah, because you're immune.
Can't save you from this one, fuckers.
Any advantage to the fact that I am prone right now?
No, if anything, being prone is a disadvantage. It's a dexterity saving throw. No, it's no disadvantage. There's no advantage
No
either.
difference. Okay.
Yes.
Oh. Ow.
Very quickly.
I can do it afterwards, just because.
Just wanted to try a few, but
Okay. Yeah, sure.
that didn't work.
Ooh.
Sorry, just trying something.
That's too close, I think. Kind of works.
It screws up my configuration for the recording, but that's fine.
It was just I just wanted to test it while it was still on.
Yeah. He couldn't have waited. He's so impatient. Anyway, what's the
I know,
dexterity
right?
everyone, please?
I'm gonna take all of this.
As Asher.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, through choice, not the fact that I rolled a 1, but
I chose to roll a 1.
Glad I was not the only one.
So Asher got a 1. Kalatar?
1.
Cedric?
10.
Kathina?
fucking hell.
16.
How much?
16.
Fail. Lyra?
26.
Success. Family?
25.
25. Okay, you take no damage. Asher, actually, technically you have advantage because.
I know.
Did you roll 2 1s?
Yes.
Jesus.
Okay, so everyone.
So I took it because I decided to, not because you told me to.
So Lyra, you take 34 points of fire damage. Everyone else takes 67.
Wait,
Is that already halved for resistance?
yes.
Oh, that's true. So 67 is the total, down to 34 for you. So 17 to Lyra, 34 to anyone who is resistant. So Kalatar and Asher.
And me.
Are you resistant to fire?
I am.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, so 34.
I
to
probably
you.
shouldn't have taken as much damage at the beginning of the fight either, but we'll take it.
Yeah, that's true. 34 points of fire damage, which I think knocks
It
you
still
out.
knocks me unconscious either way, but it's not
Doesn't-
60 points.
Yeah.
Well, the good news is I rolled a 2 on the helmet, so it didn't explode, but it was very close to it.
Kafina, are you still conscious?
No, hell no.
Oh,
Way unconscious.
there's Kafina. So yeah, there's wave of fire that bursts through. It also, those of you that are still conscious, you still are.
One relentless endurance.
Whoa! Awful. Those of you that are still conscious, you notice
Only reason I'm still up.
the walls that are around this place and the doors have cracked about the force of the explosion has knocked everything out. You also notice that the crystal itself is just continuing to rise up.
And Anna, try and grab it.
Yeah, you can do. Make a strength check to just try and control it as Anna.
I'm going to run to whoever's the nearest person that's down and give a healing potion.
Actually, you know
down
what?
their throat.
We should really do this in the order of the initiative still. So Cedric, you fail a death save because you're still on fire.
Oh yeah. Yes.
And then you roll death save.
Oh, I need to roll one as well.
Yes.
16.
Okay, success. Asher, what are you doing?
Is going to run over to Cedric
Yep.
and put 25 hit points into him.
Okay, 25 hit points.
Healing hands.
Yep, with loud sampling.
Is there someone else that's down?
Kafina.
Yeah, I'm going to run over to her and pour a healing potion in her mouth.
Okay, with what level?
Just a basic.
Okay, basic potion. 2d4 plus 2. Environmentals, Lyra.
Is anyone else down?
No.
Kalatar's fucked though.
I will put myself out. I mean, presumably I take some damage.
Yeah, starting your turn, 8 points of fire damage down to 4.
And then I will, I guess, say, everyone, I think we need to get out of here and move towards the north door.
The big door?
Yeah.
Okay. Wherever you are, okay.
I'm no longer concentrating.
No, nothing to concentrate on.
Nope.
And no longer on fire. Kalatar.
I am. I'm trying to work out where. I am also going to head towards the rest of the group, and I will cast Mass Healing Word.
Okay.
Where I can get up to 6 creatures. So I'm going to have to miss a 1 person.
Anna and Foundling have barely taken any damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Foundling will still take healing, but he doesn't need it as much as anyone else.
Anna doesn't need it.
I will miss Anna then, and therefore everyone gets. I don't know why I rolled all of that. 7.
7. How much healing did you give Kafina, by the way, Foundling?
I rolled it. It came out as 7.
7.
Yeah.
Okay. At the start of your turn, is there anything else you're doing, Kalatar, with your action?
I will chug a healing potion.
Sure. Start of your turn, Kafina, you take 9 points of fire damage and fall unconscious again because you're still on fire.
No, I'm on 14 hit points. I got 7 plus 7.
From
Healing
what?
potion plus healing word.
Oh, from the Kalatar. Okay, yeah, fine. Yeah, Kalatar did it. You're right. You're still on fire, so you might want to deal with that.
Yeah, main action now. Pat myself down and get the damn fire off me.
No more on fire. Anna?
Anna's going to grab this though.
Oh, sorry, Jared.
Sorry, yeah, I might chug another healing potion.
Okay.
I'll use another grader.
Okay. You let me know what you rolled, Anna.
He's going to grab that stone.
Okay. Make a strength check to see if you can hold on to it. It's about yay big, about the size of a head, but a large melon.
21.
Okay, you managed to stop it flying up. You do take. Oh, you're immune to fire, so it doesn't matter.
Immune to fire. I want to try and wrestle this thing down.
But it is hot. You are able to move it around.
Yeah.
You seem to have stopped its trajectory of whatever it was doing. But you are now holding this hot crystal.
Do I have
hot rugby ball?
Do I have a bag? 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 I have a handy haversack. Can I put it in the haversack?
Yeah, you can do. You sort of swing the haversack around and you just shove it in.
Yeah, like bag it and then like do it up, and then I want to like hold it.
Yeah, sure. You basically put it round your chest instead.
Yeah.
You should know from frequent usage that Fee has a bag of holding.
Anna doesn't know that.
Oh, okay. Sorry, wrong character.
Yeah.
Cedric.
Okay, I will take damage to
Take
begin my
9
turn.
points, 9 points of fire damage because you're on fire.
I will use my action to pat myself out.
Uh-huh.
And I will probably follow suit with everyone else. I will drink a healing potion. I think I have one.
Okay. All right. In which
Oh,
case...
sorry. I'll also start moving towards the door, the big door that everyone else is moving. I will just keep match with everyone else.
Yeah. I'm going to assume everyone gets to the door. Yes, Kelsa?
I've just remembered I will need to have run back into the room or on my way through grabbed my handy haversack because it was fallen to the floor because it was on Jumbo.
Yes, it was. You double back.
Shit, mine!
Double back.
You put the bag with all of those healing potions on the weakest thing in the room.
Yeah, because he generally stayed out of the way.
Yeah, apart from the one time where he almost ran off because you forgot to tell him only go as far as.
I got 9 points of healing, by the way, from my potion.
Thank you very much. So with that, as you guys are all starting to rush out of the room as a collective, that is where we will pick up next time, with one of the visionaries of the Cult of the Void defeated.
Some sort of red fucking gem that I've just knapsacked.
So we shall see. Where
Also, the leader of the people we,
Befriended.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll bypass that piece.
Deal that one later.
We're just gonna leave now.
He was obviously playing them. The best way to stop the rebellion is to pretend you're the leader of the rebellion.
No, he was probably genuine.
Yeah, he's probably
He
gonna do
just
a
wanted
rebellion.
him to be in charge.
Yes.
Thank you, Chancellor Palpatine.
So, come back and die. So, with that, thank you very much for watching and sticking around with us for as long as you have. Stay safe. Check out the game shops and people who are selling things on Twitter. Hellforge Props is one of our favourites. Yes, he looks after that one.
Happy VE Day.
And VE Day. Thank you, everyone who looked after us and looked after our ancestors during that one. So, thank you very much for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Good night, everyone.
Boy.
Bye.